The testosterone high today.
What's that?
Testosterone, whatever the it is. Testosterone. Ready to go today.
The key to muscles and wealth, it's game day men's health.
10% off testosterone for life at Game Day Men's Health Studio, GameDayMen'sHealth.com. They got 12 clinics here locally. I'm going to go show my buns and get the jab this afternoon, so I'm ready for camp. If you're feeling a little low, I don't know, you got the kids going back to school. Things are super, super stressful with the family life. Game Day Men's Health and their TRT can help you deal with that. Sometimes you feel like you're just kind of getting by. You got the fatigue, maybe you're gaining a little weight. TRT can help you.
Why are you looking at me?
I never would. They make it out of the McDowell genes, I believe.
All right.
GameDayMen'sHealth.com. They can also help you with things like hair restoration, peptides. If you're looking to put on muscle, lose weight, basically anything to help you be more of a man. They can help you at Game Day Men's Health. GameDayMen'sHealth.com.
You see what kind of shape I'm in?
Henry, I need water.
Thanks to Game Day Men's Health. We got a fridge now, Henry. Go on over to the fridge when you are directed by your supreme leader.
I think I left my water in the car.
Well, you can have Henry run to your car.
You, my friend, anything but shoveled.
Ooh, I might need to send Henry to my car to lock it. I ran out to look for my new earbuds, which I love. I love using it. As my wife would say, I just want to do what Jake does. Jake wears the earbuds. They're very comfortable for me. And, of course, as I ran back in, I realized they're in my pocket.
Yeah.
But what time, right? Clayton, what'd you have me at? Anyway, I'm Dan McDowell.
I'm Jake Kemp.
I'm TC Fleming.
And yes. TC in for Blake. And Clayton Kimbrough is here as well. Intern Henry is here.
So I doubt TC has the ability to pull this list up, but shoveled. Is anybody like, boy, nice running into you. You seem very shoveled.
You do seem shoveled,
because whatever
That's
you were just doing now
I am
was
disheveled.
Dis as fuck.
Yes.
I think
I am not shoveled.
Basically, the most disheveled thing you can do is dig through your pockets. Boy,
it was a very late start. Questioning the morning meeting. I don't like it. I don't like it. And then we're shifting because we're in our Game Day Men's Health studios today, and
10% off TRT for life.
We had been in the den of inequality for a while.
I don't know how this is being painted as anything other than a big win for Dan. He stepped out of the door for the car with 4 minutes to go on the countdown. He was back with 1 minute on the countdown, and he's using the headphones right now.
Smoked a cig.
It's all good.
Chilling.
Everything's good.
Life is good.
Everything's great. Did you send the link to Blake? Did you tell Blake that we'd have him on?
Yeah.
If he wants to.
I didn't send him a link.
I think Clayton did.
Okay, yeah.
Anyway, Blake had a baby. Like, in very Blake style, he's just like, we had the baby. Like, he texted it. We don't know anything about it.
That's not all he said.
I don't know the name.
No, I don't know the name. He just said, sorry, it's alive and healthy, because we had debated various media strategies for maladies and misfortune for his child.
What you have to do is prep, and you
Big
don't
time.
see that behind the scenes. But, yes, we were prepared if he had an Abby and Brittany baby for what to do and how we would handle it. And, by the way, that would be with the utmost of respect.
Yes.
Of course.
Yeah.
And
you were just excited to raise awareness.
And by respect, you mean sponsorship.
Well, yeah, and we get to name it.
Right. Sell those names.
It's an extra name.
Sure. A lot of real estate.
Anyway.
So he
said
that,
unfortunately, it's a healthy baby, but we don't know anything about it. We don't know the gender. I think it's a guy. A boy, right?
Yeah. They're
but
both,
nowadays, I think you wait. Or no, wait. We assign it at birth now.
I think you do it when you're letting off in it.
Because
like and you're like, man.
When you were having a kid, I think the kid got to choose like once they were 4 or something.
4's early.
Is it?
Yeah, we let them feel it all the way out till they get their driver's license. That's the first time you actually have to declare it. He says he's in the hallway and he can step out.
I was at a kid's
He's still
birthday.
at the thing?
Yeah, he said hoping to go home tonight. They had the baby like yesterday afternoon.
I thought they go home that day, no?
No, you're getting to 24 at least. Almost certainly, right?
We were there. I mean, I guess it's different circumstances, but for 3 days.
Yeah, with Nora, obviously, was different. I was there for
I guess
9
my
days, but Carter
wife
was a couple.
had the baby overnight
Yeah, why else would you have needed a babysitter for Tiger Woods?
We were there. No. That was the C-section. They demand that the lady stay overnight, but I had a young child at home. I got to run home and take care of her. So I left my wife in the hospital by herself that night. Well, there's like nurses and people there. She was
what is this?
She was great.
Leeches.
Anyway, on today's program, lots of sports. We have Ethan Strauss, our good media buddy. Let's see. I got viewer mail written down, but I'm not sure that we're going to have time. We got a lot of stuff going on. Maybe we'll do that on Friday.
About viewer mail.
But I do have some great mail.
You know what I think would be an okay idea is to like 50-50 it. Why don't we do a little today? At least a few today. And then we'll do
at least 90-10 it?
Sure.
And, and TC's in here for Blake. So that's awesome. You know TC from being TC, and It's Just Banter.
Dirtbag Culture Hour.
Where
Scott Griggs' campaign.
That's
the
right.
Dirtbag Culture Hour.
Know me.
Big fan. Unfortunate amount of frequency for the Dirtbag Culture. It's just
done an episode since May, I think.
I know. That's what I'm saying.
When you want to do a podcast with the drummer for Ringo Starr's band,
it's tough to pin that guy down.
Time is going to
find when the heroin needle isn't hanging out of his arm.
I mean, it's interesting, man. Like, I'm very fortunate to know him, but if you don't know anybody who's like a musician of that level, they are always just working. Like, he's going somewhere to help someone record something. I don't think he is just off really ever. So
that seems to be the case.
So I want to do this before while we wait for Blake, and I know you got something to touch on, but we do have a new sponsor. I am pretty fired up that we have Flooring Direct. DFW, Flooring Direct DFW as our new sponsor because one of the things that we have, it's pretty cool to get to know the sponsors that we have and then know that they're going to be cool with the listener and everything, like Brian over at Qualis and then Travis over at Community Mechanical. But I've known Dan at Flooring Direct for like literally 20 years. He's an awesome dude, and I know they're running their business right and all that kind of stuff. You can tell because they got a banger of a jingle. This is not made by Jake, so you know it's good. Don't you like this one?
Oh my God.
Yeah.
This is the inspiration.
Listen.
Our pros are the nicest. We've got the best prices at Flooring Direct.
What else do you need to know?
You can
Their floors
know
are
the website.
the nice. Oh, you probably that is important. Yes.
Maybe a couple details.
Go ahead.
FlooringDirect, DFW.com/DZ.
Yeah.
The phone number is 972-449-9456, and they come to you. It's direct. They come to you. They'll clean up every day. If it's a multiple-day project, your house is not going to be all messed up. They move your furniture for you and move it back. Like things you don't think about. You're like, I want new floors. Well, there's a lot of hassle that comes with that. They take care of all of it. The other thing they take care of right now with their back-to-school special is 36 months, 0 interest and nothing down. TC could get these floors. 36 months, nothing down at flooringdirectdfw.com/DZ or 972-449.
That's important part, the whole website. Oh, get the rest of the thing. Go ahead.
Let me tell you what happened. A week ago, I was no longer. A week ago.
Listen.
I know
listen.
A week ago, I was not giving phone numbers, and then Dan was like, read the phone number. And then we talked to Dan from Flooring Direct, and he's like, the phone number doesn't really matter.
Yeah, he's
now
like,
Dan
give
is,
that
now
website.
Dan is cutting me off.
Yeah, no, I try to. This is why we love our clients like to work with us because we're like, we'll do what you want. I mean, I will. Jake, he'll kind of do what he wants, but that's part of the whole fun here. Anyway, thanks to our brand new sponsor, Flooring Direct, we now welcome Blake Jones to the program. He appears to be walking through.
Trying to find a quiet place.
A hospital. Go to the chapel.
It's a great idea.
I might. But hey, I kind of need some new floors. Do you know of a phone number I could call somebody to get a new floor?
The phone number's not in this jingle. It's 972-449-9456. It's Flooring Direct.
Great, thank you.
I'll recut it after the show. I don't know why it's funny to me, but it's funny that Blake wears a baseball cap and a maternity, whatever you call it.
We're looking at female POV here too.
Dude, I don't know.
Yeah,
I see a little underboob.
Dream.
Holding the phone up is weird. This is all just.
Yeah,
awkward.
hold it. Do it like I see the lady in the grocery store. Just hold it right in front of you and put it on speaker.
Hey, do some man on the street. See if we can find somebody in there.
Yeah, give me a
What's your
naughty
bit?
nurse.
What's your bit?
Okay. Okay. No, I'm not gonna hold the phone up like this.
Where are
That's
you?
Crazy.
What hospital are you at?
Where was he born?
Texas Health Plano.
Plano.
Was he born on
Yeah.
Jake's birthday, or did it happen after midnight?
He shares a birthday with Jake.
Excellent.
Dude, and you know what's sick? 8525. I'm 8585. 8525 is a great birthday.
Oh,
You ever
yeah.
tell people
That's
forever,
cool.
you'll always know
That'll be
how
your new
old
password
you are.
on your thing. Yeah.
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 What's his? So it's a boy.
Yeah.
Name.
Is it time for the name rate?
It's up to you.
That's what Jake's all about.
Yeah, I'm just afraid of getting roasted. All right. His name is Benson Adrian Jones. They'll go by Benny.
I think I like it. And I also know you just named your kid after Cedric Benson.
He was pretty good.
Beautiful thing that I've done.
I might have gone Victor. Victor Adrian Jones
I
Okay.
like it. I like it.
for the acronym.
I actually really like it.
Yeah, we got
Benson.
Brooks and Benny.
Yeah,
Yeah.
no, it is close to douchebag. But it's
Yeah.
just country enough, and their family is like
Benson.
nice.
Why
country.
Benson? Is this you? Your name or her name?
Great
Yeah,
question.
which is why I didn't tell very many people.
Here's the other thing.
Um,
He also named him after Benny from Sandlot.
Now, see, I gotta take the hat off. I look just like him. No,
Look at how
I
sweaty
played-
he is. He looks he's a mess. You haven't showered in a
Dude.
day.
You're not very
No,
shoveled.
You look
bro.
disgusting. Yeah, you are not shoveled.
The couch they give you to sleep on is horrible, and they're in every hour during the night. It's not a fun experience. But no, I played sports with a Benny. I always thought that was a really cool nickname, so I
is,
tried
man.
to work off of that.
That's a sick
and
sports
then-
name.
Bendejo.
And then yeah, number 32 for the Texas Longhorns. If I'm sure.
Yeah, no doubt.
Bendejo.
Not just number 32 for the Texas Longhorns. I believe scored 15 touchdowns across 3 state championship games for Permian, right? Not Permian.
Midland.
Midland, Odessa.
I
Yeah.
think Midland Lee was his
You're
high
right.
school.
Also, fun fact: not alive.
Yeah, so it could
No.
be the spirit is inhabiting the
Dead.
child, which would be nice.
Yeah.
That's
Strong
cool.
determination.
How'd you arrive at Adrian? Did you say that already?
That's her grandpa's name.
Cool. Yeah.
I don't know if it's
So,
cool,
yeah.
but it's.
No,
She
that
let
was
me
my
pick the first
opinion.
name. I gave her the
And then you
middle.
got badge. That's cool.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I like it.
because
So did I
Brooks
pa-
got
did I-
your
did I
grandpa's
pass?
name, right?
Yeah, and so she FaceTimed her grandma and told her, "Hey, we named him Adrian after your husband," and she started crying. It was a big thing. When I told my grandpa that we named him after him, he told me that you should have picked someone better to name him after.
Told you were gay.
That's an honest man.
Yeah.
What's Brooks's
Yeah.
middle name?
Thomas.
Okay, so I'm going to go. I'm putting him slightly above, but it's still a great name.
Yeah. All right.
Still a great
Thank
name.
you.
And Benny just really does it because you know the kid's gonna
That-
hit. And he's gonna be a shortstop. Like that's a name for the athlete Blake is.
Brooks will beat him up.
I'm glad it passed.
Brooks has to beat him up
dude,
as he grows
so-
older.
Benny came out at 9.7 pounds. So I think Benny's going to kick Brooks's ass.
What does that? Yeah, give me some context. What was Brooks? And he's a big
Brooks
boy.
was huge at 8.6.
Ooh, damn, that's really
And-
weird. I mean, Blake's stout, but his wife's a teeny little thing.
Yeah.
Huh.
I guess they have big babies. I don't know. But no, we're all good over here.
All right then.
How much have you spent on meals? I know you were upset yesterday at having to pay for a meal at the hospital.
Rossi.
It's like being in
They
the
give
airport,
us-
right? You're stuck in there. Here's your $5 water.
Yeah, but to some degree, like you chose to go to the airport. Like there are people here that are not having the best time and you want to make a little money off of them. That seems weird.
Yeah.
But
Has Angelo texted you?
That's a
Oh
great
yeah.
Did you tell him?
No.
Congratulations text.
no, but I kind of made friends with an Angelo type up here. So maybe I just
Brother.
have Maybe they just flock to me.
I think they do. You look like that guy.
Yeah.
Well,
No,
They
we have
avoid
an
me.
ET's down the road that I went to this morning, and Jake, you're right. The omelet slaps.
yo, dude, listen, I'm telling everybody out there in the Metroplex, there's not a better deal than the Eatsy's omelet because they charge you like $10 for a 4-egg meat vegetable omelet. It's 2 meals, and it's fantastic. They put it in a great container for to go.
Did anybody like the extra stitch joke?
No, that one didn't land. I just said since you're down there.
Yeah,
But,
Did you go down there?
Yeah, I traveled south,
nice. A little more this time.
and the people overhearing me are gonna love this part. But you ever had like a confident night in the bedroom where you're like, "Yeah, I did good."
Let me stop you there.
didn't.
No.
Just trust me. Just trust me, you didn't. Okay.
It's just not possible. Caverns
No.
are too.
Yeah.
A lot of
Yeah,
acting.
that was my takeaway.
A lot of acting going on.
She does a great job. Makes me feel good.
Did you do like me and snap a couple pictures just to be able to remember that
Of
moment
down there?
forever?
Oh
No.
my God.
No.
We got a
I
little
can't believe
down
you did
there
that.
in the video, but I was videoing from the umpire position, and then
Yeah.
she's very concerned about somebody seeing a pube of hers. It's very weird. Like, what's the big deal? No one's getting hot over this.
Listen,
picture.
man, I can tell you based on what I saw at my scene, pubes were the least of her.
Yeah. Yeah, it's a weird scene. But Jake, I think you were talking about like you love the nurses for Carter. And we loved our nurse, we loved everyone involved, and then they're like, okay, well, we'll see you later. Like you just grow fond of these people who helped you in like a life moment, and then you'll never see them again.
It is
And they'll
weird.
never remember you because they do this all the time.
It's very weird. Does your wife kind of stunt on him a little bit since she's a nurse? Like,
If they miss the vein, yeah.
They speak the same language. Yeah. She kind of lets them know early on, like, I kind of know what you're talking about, so
Yeah.
don't talk to me like an idiot.
yeah, I feel like that's how you got, like my stepdad with cops used to kind of be like, hey, we're on the same page.
Yeah, just flex a little bit. Yeah.
Yeah.
But
All
we
right.
might go home tonight, which would be cool.
You gonna be back
What's
tomorrow?
on the show? No,
Oh,
I probably can't.
Dan booked Ethan.
Oh, cool.
So that's sick. Yeah. Well, anyways, man,
All
have
right.
a great day.
Hey, thanks, guys. See ya.
Congratulations,
That's what we meant.
Congratulations.
Blake Jones.
Thank you, TC.
Boy dad.
Benson. Ben.
Boy dad. It's easy to be a boy dad, though.
Yeah.
You don't have to walk around with shame.
I've got.
Around with shame like I do.
All right, I have a quick question. What kind of deodorant do you guys use?
I don't want to tell you.
Is it like all natural? Are you Maha?
No,
deodorant
just
guy?
I've said it before, and you made fun of me for about 20 minutes, so
I don't
I'm
remember,
not
and I'm a
putting my
different
hand on
person
that
now.
stove again.
What about you, Dan?
I don't know, some kind of man
Okay,
deodorant,
so I just use like the basic.
beach flavor.
Yeah, right.
Beach.
De-
I also like.
I use it's just a Degree, and I like
Degree.
I
think
like
that's it.
dry.
All
I
right.
don't like gel because I'm sweaty and it just like I don't know.
I don't even know what gel is.
Well, not gel, but like there's
the
dry
aerosol spray.
No,
Oh.
They'll have some where like you rotate it and like a little
Oh, okay, yeah.
liquid gel comes out.
and
Yeah.
it's just a slimier feeling.
Yeah.
but I think some
Gives a
people
little
like it
smell.
because it's cooler.
Yeah, yeah.
But I like the dry white deodorant. So I went to go buy deodorant the other day, and I could not find the deodorant that Dan and I use, just the green Degree, right? And I think it is called like Spring Rush or something. But I couldn't find it. And I found another thing of Degree, which was shaped differently. And it's this, okay? Now, when you guys see this, what do you think?
That's a lady. That is a lady.
Yes.
That is for women.
It
It
is
is made
for-
for women.
It is for women. So
They make it tinier for their tiny little hands.
and lighter.
Yeah.
Like the color's
And
more
it probably smells more ladyish.
it's more feminine in the packaging. But
Or more the way they want to smell. 'cause
what I
they
wanted
can
to
smell.
note was
It is strong enough for a man, though.
yeah, exactly.
That's right.
It might have been them, wasn't it? Well, in any case, they didn't appear to have my type of deodorant. And this doesn't say female or lady or women anywhere on it. And I think it's one of the only lady products that doesn't. You're just supposed to understand it's lighter
Right, it's
and
like a
shaped
tampon.
different.
Like they didn't say lady tampons.
Yeah, but they don't make male ones. They make a male version of this
And
deodorant
why not?
that doesn't say men. and this smells exactly the same. And so my wife was like, "You bought lady deodorant."
She's all making fun of you.
Big time. And I'm like, I don't. But you guys all immediately were like, lady deodorant.
Oh, yeah.
Just by the look of it.
Yeah. Why weren't you?
Well,
why didn't you know
Because
that?
they didn't have my other one, and I was like, well, what's the difference? I'm going to try it.
Uh-huh.
Do you think this smells overly feminine?
Here.
It's shower clean flavor.
Smells delicious. No, and I like a nice. What's wrong with a little feminine smell?
Well, I don't even care, but I don't
Little
think
baby
it
powder. This
smells
smells
that
powdery.
much like feminine, and it doesn't say lady on it. So I was like, is there a chance they just changed the packaging? No look?
What a great catch and throw.
I just feel like LeBron and Wade in front of the dunk right there.
Can I be LeBron? Thank you.
You know you're always LeBron, bud.
Before Ethan gets here, do you want to touch on a sports topic or two?
Yeah, I'll play you. Oh, yeah. I know what to do here.
Let's say it's brought to us by Window Nation.
Let's
Get a Window Nation love out there. They're one of our other new sponsors this week. And you may be thinking, oh, they're like Window City or Window County. No. Window Nation.
Window unincorporated.
You can trust them to install your windows right the first time. A lifetime warranty on all their windows. So something happens to the window. You buy your windows. Something happens a year from now, 2 years from now, 7 years from now, whatever. They will come take care of it.
It's time for you to save some money on your energy bills, your AC, with an upgrade to your windows. And right now, you can get 50% off all window styles.
Oh, yeah, this month
sounds
only.
Familiar. Hell, Henry could do this. Put zero down, make zero payments, pay zero interest for 2 years.
Wait, you don't even make a payment?
No payment. You pay nothing.
Wow.
Until 2027. They're a partner of the Cowboys, A+ rating on BBB. They are the place to get your windows done. It's Window Nation at 866-90-NATION, 866-90-NATION, or visit windownation.com. And if you replace all of your windows,
okay, that's what I was saying. Oh,
you'll get a Cowboys jersey for free and a chance to win a pair of home game tickets.
Oh, boy.
That's right, windownation.com.
oh boy is right. All right, go ahead.
So, quick sports note is I went to the Rangers game last night. Dan and I have come to find out how people get free stuff is have a business. And a bank, our bank that we work with, had some sweet tickets.
Wow.
And initially it was like, do we want to go for the show? I wanted to maybe see if Blake wanted to bring Brooks, but obviously he was tied up. I was in an unfortunate spot where these tickets had been offered on the date of my birthday, so it definitely looked as if I was organizing my own 40th birthday outing
I did assume that was
to a Rangers game with another couple and their son, one of my wife's friends, my parents, my wife's mom was there.
If you're going to have us go to a game,
dude,
you should make it in a suite.
A suite Yankee.
Where was the suite?
Like almost behind home plate, maybe offset by 15 degrees of home plate to the right.
Could we have seen you on TV?
Definitely. No, well, not from it was in the middle.
Hey, speaking of birthday, can I interrupt this?
Height-wise, it was in the middle.
Birthday story with a birthday present because I forgot to bring it yesterday and I bought it months ago.
Yeah.
I got you a
Whatever
birthday
want,
present.
Okay, cool.
Henry, will you come over here and just transport this to Blake or to Jake?
What happened to the LeBron to Wade?
Well, I don't want to throw this. This is not a basketball. But what it is before you quit. But I also know you quit baseball. So hand him that. It's I bought that for you.
Oh, wow.
And I hope you can just take it on our trip and give us a report.
I will read this while we're gone.
Let's see it on camera.
This is The Importance of Being Earnest, the life of actor Jim Varney.
Imagine you get to know everything about him now.
With stuff that Vern doesn't know.
That's right.
Yeah.
It's
and he typically knows what you mean.
A deep dive into
I love it. I'll read this.
Jim
Importance
Varney.
of Being Earnest.
It looks like
an amazing title.
It really is. It's also the name of the documentary they have coming out. It looks dense, and like I might have to
read it again. Yeah, sure.
Yeah.
It's 90% pictures.
People are saying.
So there I was doing Ernest Goes to Africa. No. So took the whole family out there. Shout out to our banker, Dan Bailey. Dan Bailey, the banker. Boy, that's a beating. Everybody introduced him to, like the kicker. I looked at my wife. I'm like, did you have to? He probably gets that.
Oh.
Yeah, I'm Dan Bailey, like the kicker.
Yeah.
But it was a great game, man. I mean, I think I sleep on how funny Evaldi is. Like, he just wins player of the month, and you're like, oh, God, just every time this guy goes out
How did he not?
He's just cruising.
How did they not add him to the All-Star team? Didn't that seem really weird?
Well, I think part of it was, the qualification thing. Yeah, he was just barely at it, so he would have had to been, like, added differently or something. Jared explained that to us. But still. And he's just, as much as, like, it's cool to watch a DeGrom or somebody who's just chill, Evaldi's just stomping around like a madman out there, and you look up and he's got a one-hitter in like the 6th or the 7th, and it was just fun, man. I wish we were still at the old place, but it's very hard not to be in there with your family in August and thinking like, God, this is perfect.
Which side was Romo on?
He wasn't
your right or your left?
Last time I was in a suite at the Gilf, I was with TC. Mm-hmm. And I was there when the Dodgers won the World Series in a suite next to Tony Romo, which, incidentally, I believe is the incident that got yesterday's guest, Bobby Dodd, canceled because after the Dodgers won that COVID World Series, they tried to do a celebration, and it looked a little odd for Gavin Newsom. Just think about the surreal scene I'm telling you. Like, hey, we can play this game in Texas. And then guy leaves the game with COVID. They're like, oh, he tested this morning. We talked about it yesterday. It was just insane.
Yeah.
But so last night, it's a no-scoring game, and then you get an opportunity with a couple on for Rowdy Tellez to come to the plate, and the crowds just – they can't get enough of it, dude. Got Rowdy chants.
That's why –
Rowdy chants. The people are flashing like, oh, it was awesome. People had the
he's
phone
incredible.
Flashlight. It was great.
I mean,
they shouldn't let Overshawn wear his number.
The way he talks and the way he looks, he's incredible. I know he's not that great, but maybe he'll just catch a little something here.
And listen, I'm trending in the wrong direction on Jock Peterson. It's 2 games, like 1 game and 1 pinch hit, but I mean, he was productive last night. It was a lot of fun, man. Good times. I mean, look, they're in it, right? Like, this is kind of all you ask for. Your local baseball team to be in the mix in August. Oh, you know what? I had one other funny Rangers note for you. I saw Jared Sandler tweet this morning. Do you recall back around July 4th weekend when Kevin Pillar had exited the Rangers clubhouse and ultimately ended up retiring? He was here for a couple months, and he made some comments that, hey, listen, when I was there, I kind of thought the team would be tighter. Like, there's a lot of guys doing stuff. I was just for the listener.
Oh, I'm sorry.
The guys weren't stretching together. They all do their own thing. They go to their own hitting instructors. You kind of just don't see anybody until it's time for, basically time to go. And that was right up our alley to have the debate of, like, what does it matter? Is that why the team is struggling? And I do think that those kind of things matter on the margins, and it matters depending on the team and the sport. But Kevin Pillar that day was like, this team's just not together. I was kind of an outsider maybe because of the World Series team, but they just didn't seem like a tight team. Well, they went on a tear in July, and suddenly he had time to reflect on his comments. As time has passed, I've taken some time to let the dust settle, but want all to still address a couple things. First off, always will be thankful for the opportunity the Rangers gave me, always cherish it. Secondly, I live in DFW. Not a day has gone by that I haven't been in front of a TV rooting for the boys. It was only a matter of time before the boys started playing like everyone knew that they could. I was fresh off being released. Everyone, yeah, more than likely the end of my playing career. How I was playing at that point in time, despite only being 40 or so at bats, I could understand the front office and what they were trying to accomplish. In my heart of hearts, I believe I could have helped the team, but with my exit, a lot of great things have happened with the team. So basically, he's not like saying, I'm sorry I said that, but now that they're good again, he's coming out and saying, I don't know, maybe I shouldn't have said they're not that tight. Maybe they are.
Yeah.
Or they just got like
I would have just liked a little more. I think I would have been good if you're
right.
Me
Yeah,
some more at bats.
All of the plate appearances that Corey Seager was able to give you, that might have been why they were able to get like back on track? I've rarely see the double back on the. I think they're like, it would be like if you said, hey, I think they're winning because this guy died, and then they started losing, and you're like, well, actually, I don't think they cared in the first place. It's a weird position to put yourself in.
So I have kind of it is a little bit Ranger talk. Oh, we have a guest?
Gucci.
Okay, well then I will not get into this because
unless you want to do it with him, I doubt he cares. But
he might care because it is just you've got me into going to the sauna.
Yes.
But I've never been in a sauna where there's a show going on in there with old men. And there were 3 old men in there talking. They're upset with Jock Peterson. One guy is going to push into Zone 4 to improve his BOT max, which is helps with anti-aging. I just thought maybe you've heard of this stuff.
Of course, the heart rate thing. Yeah.
There was a debate over whether Whoopi Goldberg was Jewish or not.
That's a great debate. A lot of evidence on both sides.
Which I think all started with one guy saying how he didn't like Adam Sandler, and then the guy number 2 didn't like Whoopi or Adam Sandler, but they both agreed that Queen Latifah is great. Does Ethan Strauss care about any of these things? Ethan Strauss is from the House of Strauss Substack, which is awesome. He's got a great podcast. He has, what do we got here? Let's see here. He used to cover the Warriors for The Athletic. Was a beat writer for ESPN.
The Victory Machine.
Book,
the
awesome
Victory
book.
Machine.
Good dude. Ladies and gentlemen, Ethan Strauss.
Oh my God. I'm so flattered that you've got my intro music going, guys. How am I doing? Yeah. Testing, 1, 2, 3. Can you hear me all right?
Can I ask you a question with a potentially bear trap answer?
Sure.
Why did I stop calling you Ethan Sherwood Strauss?
I mean, that was a personal choice that you made. I can't get into your head, but back in the day, I put all 3 names there. I think I was in my early 20s. I was at salon.com. I thought it sounded good. I didn't actually expect anybody to read anything written by me. And then at a certain point, it just felt a little pretentious. And I remember when Family Guy was saying that The Godfather, Peter Griffin's critique of it was that it insists upon itself. That's how I felt about saying everybody should say my middle name all the time. But I guess a lot of people still did, and I guess it's in my Twitter handle. And here's what I think. I think more people should be, what's the word I'm looking for? Whatever the polyamorous word would be for names. I think people should be amenable to that. I don't like when somebody with a sour face says, no, it's Tara, not Tara. Like that. Like, why can't it be a few different things? If somebody wants to say my middle name, that's cool. If they don't, that's cool. If they want to call me Nathan or Ian, I'm not even going to raise a stink about it. It's fine. As long as the check clears. How you guys doing?
Fantastic, and that's the answer I wanted. Yeah, it's the curse of having a great middle name. Like, you want to use it, and then people start using it, and you're like, boy, this looks like an asshole move. And yeah, that's not something that happens upon us New Testament babies, when all of our names are just right from the New Testament. So I'm going to start with this. I thought your discussion with Spike Eskin on the Luka article was awesome. It was very tough to stomach around here because I think you're big on this wall, but I can sense that this narrative is being rewritten in real time. 10 years from now, no one's even going to remember. Like, his Dallas career will be a footnote, and it's all about LeBron and LA and the Mamba mentality. But the funniest thing that you guys stumbled on to me was the idea of this AI article, right? So clearly the writer had used some AI. There were some incorrect facts in there. And I've been laughing for like a week over the idea. It sounds like a Cumtown bit. The idea that this writer, he wrote this article, but then people are like, I think you used some Chat GPT. And he was like, yeah. I used ChatGPT on part of it, the part where I was writing about a dude's body because I'm not gay. Well, you write about dudes? You write about dudes and their muscles? Of course I used a robot. I'm not gay. And that just to me is the greatest journalistic defense. Like, yeah, of course, I only use LLMs when I'm not being a homo. I have journalistic practices.
Do you make the actors and actresses actually have penetrative sex in the TV or movies? I
right.
mean, come on.
We can stop short there.
Yeah. I want to pull it up. Have you guys done any dramatic readings from that article? Because the phraseology in it is just, it's something else, man. It's steamy at one point.
It is.
Chat GP sexy. It's amazing.
It's just like, whatever. The world is getting to know Luka now. So a lot of people who don't know anything about basketball are, like, you see he's on the Today Show. And I heard you guys doing that too. Like, why? Why is he doing this? Jake is saying it's all Nike related.
Yeah, that makes some sense. I like that idea. Although Jordan Brand is a weird thing. I don't think they've ever really successfully had a signature shoe guy. Maybe Russell Westbrook was the closest. They're always stuck with that Robert Downey Jr. Tropic Thunder problem of, I'm a dude disguised as another dude, acting like another dude. You know, I'm Michael Jordan, but I'm also me, and I'm under the Jordan umbrella. It never really works, but the ad campaign for Bad Luka, quite inspired by them. And I think that there might be a little something there. I'd resent it if I was a Dallas person, that all of a sudden, you know, you say Luka in Dallas, nobody wants that signature shoe, flabby European white guy, yuck. But now that he's with the Lakers, ooh, there's a little groundswell of something here. But it's true, there's a little groundswell of something there, and part of that's also just the crazy circumstances of the trade that probably made him an order of magnitude more famous just because it was so insane.
It's been a couple months since we talked to you. Maybe it was right after the Luka trade.
Yeah,
I think
that might have been the last time. So when I listen to House of Strauss, I will occasionally write a note down. And because I'm me, I don't sometimes remember exactly what it was about. So I'm just going to take a shot and see.
This is fun.
You were talking Luka a while ago.
Mm-hmm.
And you had a really good thing when you were doing a Luka, therefore, and but. Do you recall that?
Luka, therefore, and but. Is this what the South Park creators have talked about, where everything in a story needs to be connected by a therefore or a however?
I wonder, but how in the hell, because I just watched a South Park thing where they were talking about that.
Yeah.
How in the hell would you have related that to Luka? That's what I can't figure out. I have another note that I think you can quickly answer. My note is, got high with Don Nelson.
Oh, yeah, that did happen. That didn't go well for me.
You
that
did.
went very poorly. Yeah.
You were at his Hawaii. We've always heard about his Hawaii, whatever he's got, and
farm.
What is it? Woody Harrelson might be there.
Like
and
poker.
Yes.
Yeah.
Willie Nelson. I don't know. And okay, give us that.
I was about to start reading some steamy Men's Health Luka.
Oh, okay. We can go
set that aside.
Yeah,
we'll set that aside. We'll talk about getting high with Don Nelson and how that went disastrously. That was one of the just great examples of my life where the bare bones sound like something amazing that you would brag about, but you don't want to actually live the reality. The reality did not go so great. So I was in Maui with my wife, and I figured I could get a little work done on vacation. I knew he was down there. I knew Don Nelson was down there, and I was writing articles for The Athletic. And so I'm looking for a big, crazy hit article, something somebody else isn't doing. I think this is back in maybe 2019, something like that. And I get connected with Don Nelson, who I don't know, but we know mutual people through the Warriors and all of that. And I want to talk to him. He's become this big advocate for smoking weed. He put down the bottle. He picked up the bong. That's an interesting thing to me. I look at it without judgment, but I'm curious about it. And so he says, yeah, arrive at the spot. I arrive at the spot with my wife. It's all a little chaotic. Nobody's really helping us into anything, but I'm trying to text and get in there. We get into this poker room, this famous poker room that I think has the painting with Willie Nelson and Owen Wilson and all that stuff. And I swear, it is like that scene in Boogie Nights with the Jesse's girl and the firecrackers. It's so chaotic and crazy. It's filled with smoke. There was some horrific mass shooting that day. There's a huge big screen TV, and it's nothing but coverage on this horrible thing at full volume. Full volume.
Is that better or worse than the guy who puts on porn at the bachelor party? Hey, let's watch some big screen coverage of Carnage here. That's not the vibe.
It depends on how your wife would react to it. My wife was there. She's looking at me just going, what is this? But Nelly's down to smoke, so he offers me some weed. He has this think he calls it Sherlock is his pipe/bong, whatever. That thing hits me hard. And there's just blaring, graphic, terrible footage. The place, no offense to him, is kind of gross. He's got his feet up on the pool table. There are toenail clippings all over. He's got this friend named Amir, who's a nice guy. But Amir is kind of weird. I don't know where Amir came from. And all they're talking about is real estate around Santa Cruz and buying real estate. And that's all they're kind of jabbering about. And I start asking Don Nelson questions, but I'm trying to ask him questions for the article. I've got the recorder out. And there's this distinct moment where everything turns left. Everything goes bad. I am trying to relate to him. We are not generationally in the same spot. So I bring up the reporter, legendary Bay Area reporter Tim Kawakami. And
he blocked me on Twitter.
Yeah, he does that.
He does.
Yeah, Tim's got an edge. My former boss. I love him, but he's got an edge.
Yep.
Tim, I guess, made a similar impression on Nelly because Nelly makes a face and goes, "Oh, I call him Tim Kamikaze." And then there's a moment because Nelly's all high and he's old and he starts just worrying that I'm going to report that as this racist thing that he said. And that's not, this is many years later. That's not what I was there to do. I wasn't just going to go to Twitter and go, Don Nelson just called my boss some sort of Japanese slur type of thing. But he doesn't know me, so I've got no trust. He offered me in there. He invited me in, but he doesn't trust me at all. And now he's getting all weird. He's getting uncomfortable. I'm asking about his alcoholism. And he just kicks me out. He kicks me and my wife out. I'm super high. He's super high. Amir is jabbering about real estate in Watsonville. And then I forgot my backpack there. I go back in. Oh my God. And Amir and Nelly, I'm trying to even remember what they said. When I return, they said something like, "Okay, good. That's good. That's good. Wonderful." And I said, "Oh, so you want to continue the interview?" And then they turn and they go, "No, we were looking at the real estate. We're talking about the real estate."
Yeah, I think you described it perfectly at the outset. Like you hear the idea, but
you have to, if he offers you, you have to.
Sure.
You're at Don Nelson's. Yeah,
you gotta for the story. But I do think it cuts to something that's a little bit taboo. I don't know how everybody in your audience thinks about weed and all that. I do think that, I think because it was draconian to make weed illegal, there was almost this pushback on the other side to act like it was spinach and act like there's nothing that can go wrong with your life if you're smoking a bunch of weed. And I think like a lot of things, all things in moderation. And look, kids, as I learned from hanging out with Don Nelson, I think that man smokes too much weed. I'm just going to put it out there. That's what I think.
Well, you know what I say when somebody talks to me, Ethan, about weed in moderation, I tell them to go to earlybirdcbd.com.
Hey.
Use the code DZ20, where you can get 20% off on your order, even if you use our previous code. Because here in Texas, Ethan,
this became a weed ad.
The laws are, well, it's not weed. It's a very small amount.
2.5. Well, there is 2.5 milligrams of THC.
Right.
Yeah. Mixed with the CBD.
But
it works.
I thought you'd appreciate
it works.
I was hoping you'd appreciate me weaving it in this way because you opened the door. And of course, like I said, if you've here in Texas, the laws, they are a-changing.
Yeah.
So now if you live where Ethan lives, well, you don't have to worry about that. You got weed everywhere you look. But here,
they punish you for not being high out.
Right.
Right. Earlybirdcbd.com is what you need here in Texas. And, use that code DZ20. Take the edge off it.
Get a little taste.
There you go. So
it's interesting you bring that up.
Thank you for that door opening, Ethan.
I think I would describe a large part of your cultural criticism as we sure about this? Like, I feel like we went too far here. And that's kind of how I feel watching the Sydney Sweeney thing play out. I don't have strong opinions on it, but Dan and I were talking about it yesterday, and I think his point was kind of like I don't feel like American Eagle is actually trying to do anything, racist or something here. But my thought was we just lived through the performative I'm going to say woke era, but I will tell you that I hate using the word woke because I'm from
Just call it social media era.
There you
call
go.
It like 2012 to 2022. Call it the social media era.
Let's do that because I'm from here and Erykah Badu is from here, and Erykah Badu created the word that has now been bastardized. So the social media era, and I saw all these companies performatively pretending to care about this or that to try to bump their economic ledger. It's not beyond the pale to me to imagine that companies now would do the same thing the other way. Like just try to look a little more like, I mean, I think it's the same thing as the ESPYs hiring Shane Gillis now after 8 years ago he couldn't host SNL. So I'm not saying it's racist or intentionally promoting eugenics, but I think we need to be on the lookout for companies kind of being like, we're not gay either, bro. Like I think it's out there.
I think this is such a good point because I don't know if it's about being on the lookout, but we're almost acting like it's a moral offense if corporations indulge in something taboo that works on, for lack of a better term, a dog whistle level, which is part of advertising and has been like that for so long. I mean, I remember when beer commercials used to be crazy sexist, like insane sexist. I'm remembering there was a Coors Light ad. Do you guys remember this? Where this woman's looking at her pregnancy test and she's talking about it to her man and he's looking at the beer. And apparently this beer, to announce it's cold, turns blue. And she's going, I think it's happening. He goes, I think it is. And they both turn to each other at the same time in unison, say, oh my God, it turned blue. And then she's so horrified that she's in the bathroom and she's crying and he's still looking at his beer and he goes, oh, it's blue like your eyes. And she goes, my eyes are green. It was this.
That's a great
It's a great ad, but at some level, there's some serious darkness to it. Even more.
For a large company, that's quite out there.
Well, there's darkness because there's an aspect of, if you're an alcoholic, maybe we're conveying to you that you've got to choose the one over the other. Like we got to get serious here. Is it going to be us or is it going to be this lady and this, her kid? I mean, we got to make a choice. Doyle Brunson said poker is about putting a man to a decision. And so I think that there is going to be a little bit of, I don't know. I don't even know what to call it. I hate saying dog whistle because that has a very specific meaning with people, but just the idea that it can work on a different level, or companies are exploring whatever it is, whatever the vibe shift might be. I don't know. And here's the thing. Let's say they intentionally did that with the Sydney Sweeney ad. Let's say they did it. And I'm going to be talking about this with your favorite guest, Sarah Heppola, later, and I can't wait to get into it for today's podcast.
Nice.
It's not a capital offense if, I don't know, they were trying to be a little scandalous in that way or have fun with it. It's all advertising. I don't know. I just like the idea that maybe it wasn't so innocent and maybe that's not that big a deal. I guess that's what I'm saying.
Yeah. I mean, I don't think that these companies care about anything. I think they care about how they can fool you into giving them money. And I hope that I'm doing keep that same energy. Do you like when people talk internet speak, Ethan? I heard you guys recently talking about that. I love a good headline that indicates somebody has clapped back.
Yeah, like some good internet patois.
Talking like that?
Yeah, some internet patois. Luca 2.0 has entered the chat, fam.
Oh my
That's what's going on.
You mentioned Shane Gillis, or somebody did there. We've been talking about that too. With ESPN, and this goes into the TikTok star they hired article that you wrote as well.
Katie Feeney, yeah.
Like Shane, I love Shane. I think he's great. We go to see him live. I just didn't think it fit. It just doesn't, like ESPN, they're trying to do.
They don't know what they are.
They're just, because you know what sports funny is, right?
Yeah.
There's funny.
Or do I?
There's funny.
Sports funny, in my mind, sports funny is an athlete telling a joke that's not that funny, but we all laugh.
There you go.
He's an athlete. That's sports funny.
They think they're funny, and that's really the kind of comedy that they want on ESPN from their host. They don't want Norm Macdonald actually being funny.
No.
They kind of probably don't really want Shane, but they want my daughter's boyfriend. My daughter's 20.
Yes.
And he loves Shane Gillis. And
And
that's
not-
who
not
they
only-
want to
not only
tune
that.
into that, because my daughter's boyfriend probably doesn't tune into ESPN.
Well, I actually know that he does a little.
Oh, because of McAfee.
Because of McAfee.
Yeah, he loves
came in
McAfee.
town and was like, "Are you guys like McAfee?"
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I think it's not. They're doing it even though they're uncomfortable with it. I think it's because they also know they have the image that they had during the social media era, which is that guys
Yes.
like your daughter's boyfriend was probably like, "Oh God, are they shoving this
Yeah.
at me again or whatever?" Yeah.
Oh, my favorite thing is this Katie Feeney, not Sweeney. Katie Feeney hire.
Who
I don't know much
also
about
happens
her.
to be hot. That's weird. It's
Oh,
just
exactly
how that works.
Yeah,
okay.
it's weird. It's crazy. Yeah. 22 years old, social media background, over 1 million followers on Instagram, blonde and beautiful. And we can say that here. The other people in media get very uncomfortable. It becomes an elephant in the room as to discussing this hire. But what I loved was in Sports Business Journal in describing the hire. ESPN hires influencer Katie Feeney to boost social media reach, attract younger female audience. Now, I don't know what we can do with graphics or if it's even worth it, but let me tell you, folks, if you go to the Instagram of this new hire by ESPN, I don't think it's about attracting a young female audience. I don't think that's the core customer they're targeting, but it's funny that they have their cake and eat it too. They do this thing obviously to get young men interested, or that's a component. I'm sorry if some big Katie Feeney fan says that she's being discriminated against, and it's like how ScarJo is actually a great actress, right? Maybe that's true, and forgive me for my ignorance, but it just feels like this cake and eating it too moment where ESPN Disney is going, we're hiring this woman because we want female customers. And then you look on the Instagram with over 1 million people following it, and you go, is that what's happening here? I
So
don't think that's what this is about.
I have an analogy for that. So a couple of weeks ago, we found out about some soccer star. I think he plays for Barcelona. He's either 17 or 18. They say he's the next one. And he had a birthday party where he hired some dwarfs, little people, as entertainment.
Yeah.
And apparently in Spain there is a law against this, an actual law on the books. And so they went and there's a video of the little people going into work, and the media.
The people are not tapas rule is the law, whatever that translates to in Spanish.
Okay, so they ask the little people afterward, boy, how exploitive, this is terrible. And they're like, no, it was awesome. Like, it was a great time. It was a great job. My analogy
money.
is, I feel like Katie Feeney, if you asked her, she would be like, are you dumb? No, I'm not after young women. It is very clear that my goal in audience engagement is young men. And then somewhere in the middle, the messenger who feels like they can't just say that, or she can't, has to lie and say,
Yes.
no, you know what young women love? Titties above all else. And gambling.
Sydney
and gambling.
Sweeney's core customer is young women at the movie theater.
And, you
Women love Cindy Sweeney.
and
I
I
tell
think-
you, my wife just loves her.
Yeah. And as Ethan brought up, it's funny because they're doing this to drive you right to gambling. Right?
Oh,
So
yeah.
everything
Oh, yeah,
that
yeah.
she does online, Katie Feeney, will be related to, hey, quickly, what, you love my take on that? Why don't you go gamble over here? Basically, everything is some sort of simulated whorehouse at some level. And we're like, all right, well, where does the money go and who can get it from you?
It gets so crazy too. You talk about I don't think the young woman is the core consumer there, especially if you continue to scroll.
Yeah,
I think that's just, I don't think that's what's happening there. And in many ways, it's a compliment.
Any more than if she's taking golf shots, because you see those chicks on Twitter, women. Sorry, I don't think golfers are watching that for golf swing tips.
No, I don't.
She's an
I don't
attractive
think
woman,
so.
and that also means she can be a great communicator, right? They don't put ugly dudes on the 10 o'clock news.
Yeah, that's this other topic too, where it's almost like an athlete having talent, but also having these other attributes where I think there's this fear that if you notice that and say it's part of the appeal, then it just completely obviates everything else. Kay Adams, for instance, is obviously attractive, and that's a huge component in why a lot of men are interested, but she's a very talented interviewer as well. She's got all the tools going. And now I got distracted. What was I going to say? Oh, the gambling thing. So it gets crazy too. We want to talk about ads and getting into the secret compartments of our minds in this really dark way. The Cavender twins, these twins who played basketball for U of Miami. We're
very familiar, by the way.
Yes.
One of them just got engaged to the Cowboys tight end.
Oh, my God. I did not know that. I got into a bad situation with them because the Free Press, I did an article in the title. I think they didn't like the title. That's neither here nor there. But the point is this. They were doing a sponsorship with a company called Better. Gambling, sports gambling, Jake Paul, I think. And there was this guy who was sort of a mush character named Derek who gave out bad picks. And the whole broad comedy is that Derek sucks at gambling. And they would put out social media clips, Better would, of Derek being terrible. And then they would start putting out these clips of Derek and the Cavender twins. And Derek does a bet and he's so confident in it and he loses. And these attractive blonde Cavender twins are insulting him as they took the other side of the bet. And it was just, I swear.
Good God.
It's getting into this weird brain space of we're habituating you into losing because, look, this guy is hanging out with these glamorous, hot twins and he's losing. They're mocking him, but he's with them. And if you don't think they're thinking all that kind of thing through, I think you're naive.
Yeah.
There's a strategy. Because none of the people involved came up with whatever they were doing there. Somebody else did.
God, that's dark.
Yeah. It was crazy. It's crazy to see it in person. But yes, I don't even know where I went with that. Yeah, we get weird about talking about people's looks. That's what I will say. We sometimes are not honest about it. People don't want to come off as creepy. People don't want their own looks analyzed or insulted. So it's a bit of a taboo topic, the type I like to get into in an honest way at House of Strauss.
We can get off that, although the looks are a part of the Luca story.
Oh,
so
I
since
still didn't. Hey, let me read some stuff, man.
Oh yeah, you want to steam us up with some?
Yeah, if I still have it. I apologize if I. Oh, there we go. There we go. Yeah, this is a good article, guys. This is what you don't have anymore. I don't want to cause any pain or heart ache out there among the Dallas fans. You see it in the way his Jordan brand jersey hangs loose and in the new hints of definition on his arms. You see it in the complete absence of fatigue he shows when going from heavy Romanian deadlifts to dumbbell bench presses to lateral bounds, one right after the other. And you see it in the way he smiles when he admits that he's noticed his sleek silhouette in the mirror. He subtly nods to his reshaped delts during our Zoom interview. And as he splays out his long-limbed physique on the bleachers in the gym, he seems relaxed, calmly making eye contact. His arms look longer today than usual. Perhaps
that was the one.
Because he's just so downright skinny. A fact which now finally he sheepishly acknowledges. Just visually, I would say my whole body looks better, he says.
Yeah, no, you've got to say if you use splayed, you got to say it was the robot. I don't talk about guys like that.
I don't talk like that.
I don't talk about anybody like that.
Like that.
It's actually really creepy.
That's awesome. But since we haven't talked to you,
I just want to say one thing about the Luke article that you guys pointed out.
Yeah.
I don't know that this was a tell for AI, but a journalism technique that really bothers me, especially when I think our former co-host Bob Stern would have called this sandbox theory. Everything he just described in that article is just the normal shit NBA players do every single day during the summer. Like the ones who aren't even in the league do it. They do it. We live in DFW. There's a zillion gyms.
Well, that's
where
what
guys
I mean
have
about
resistance cords and are lifting.
But now
there was nothing unique about that scene at all.
Yeah, they're giving him though to the Today Show, and so they can get excited and just they're trying to make him more mainstream now, so that now all these people have to learn about. Oh my gosh, you shoot 3-pointers during the summer? Or you have a resistance band? Like, oh my, wow, this guy's really
like
working hard.
The Biggest Loser. It's crazy.
Yeah. It's not like Walter Payton's Hill or something, if you remember that.
Yeah, there's nothing that interesting. The Herschel Walker and sit-ups and push-ups. Like,
yeah,
they all do the same stuff. Like, I don't know. I just didn't find it that compelling. Sorry, Dan. Go ahead.
No, but since we haven't talked to you since the trade was fresh, maybe you have a new perspective. Maybe you think that, I don't know. Wasn't that bad. Maybe you didn't see Nico's vision at the time, and now that he is has a number 1 draft pick, you see the vision, because that's what Nico Harrison said. Did you see that at the
the
lottery
Nico Harrison
at the lottery? Yes, he said. Hopefully, some of the media now is starting to see the vision.
Yeah, Nico Harrison calmly looked in my eyes and with a little glint as he smiled.
And a wink.
His heavy brown eyes.
It was as if he wasn't only just staring into my soul, but staring into the future of the whole.
Dude, this is
Dallas
a lick for you.
Scene.
You need to just start writing You can do this LLM shit. You just start writing these articles and let people have a game where they choose and see if they can get it right, because that was perfect.
I couldn't even differentiate if Nico could see the lottery numbers falling or if he just knew the lottery numbers to my heart. I don't know. Look, yeah, it's insane. It's so funny that he can effectively paint a target around where the arrow hit. And it gets people conspiratorial, right? They go, oh, this must have been a handshake deal for the lottery to unfold the way it did. I don't think that's the case, but no, it's insane. But I guess it's the sort of thing you got to do if you're him. You got to make it seem like the good fortune that befell you was part of your vision. Although, as you guys know, it can't possibly be. Hey, points for audacity is what I would say about what Nico claimed.
It just feels like the further we get away from it, the worse it even feels. Not that it's, oh, okay, I can see this or this.
Oh, no, yeah, it's worse because things
like,
like this article, things like what, like you know how it's going to be. We are going to lose the plot on this. We are not going to be in control of even our audience.
But as a Mavs fan, too,
Lakers are fun.
I've never seen a team in a conundrum, or a fan base in a conundrum on whether to root for their team again, because it's really cool to get the number 1 overall draft pick.
Yeah,
and
but Nico's still there, and like anything good that happens to this team will benefit him and Patrick Dumont, and I can't root for that to happen. Like, I will not pay to go to, I will not pay the Mavs anything. I feel like that's
no way
a very small little drop in their big bucket, but
I'm interested to see what next season looks like. I mean, the flag thing, I think, will probably.
I think had Nico been fired, I think you guys would just be clear of conscience and fine. But then it becomes this tricky thing that can happen where when you think the leadership is bad, you worry about good fortune that is going to keep the leadership around. And I think that's an element of the number 1 pick. You want the number 1 pick, but there's a sense that Nico, though he couldn't determine the lottery, can coast off that for a long time.
Big time.
That's the unfortunate adverse effect to that.
Because you know as a fan that if this works out well and I want to be excited watching the Mavericks and Kyrie hoisting a trophy, I know Nico is going to he's going to have his hands on it next to him. That's not an image I want to have to feel good about. Couple more things. I haven't seen you write about the NFL in a while. You may have, and I missed it. I'm just generally always interested. I used to like to read Klosterman on where the NFL was. Just where are we?
Yeah. He's coming out with a new NFL book. Sorry, I didn't want to interrupt, but I'm very excited for that.
Damn, I didn't know that.
A football book, yeah.
Very cool.
Very excited.
But just the future of we had the injury thing. Like, I remember at one point he had some line of, it might have been in, I don't remember which one, but the idea of 20 years from now at the Super Bowl, they'll announce playing football is guaranteed to give you concussions and kill you, and that will be during the most, the highest rated Super Bowl of all time. It just runs parallel. And
well, they have eliminated racism.
Yeah,
that's not on the field anymore. Right?
Curiously though, intercepted cancer. So now have it.
Yeah, they have. The NFL now has it.
I'm very excited for what they put in the end zones this year because I know Trump's going to be fired up about it, whatever it is. But yeah, just your thoughts on where they are. They've got the Pablo and the Union stuff.
Does that make it feel better when your doctor tells you that you've intercepted cancer? Does that soften
That
the
was
blow?
their slogan, and we always thought it should be like...
No,
right, because I started
You
dancing like Dion or Kenny Gant after an interception. You have 3 weeks to live.
This is terrible.
Oh God, yeah. Where was I? Where was I in the NFL? Yeah, it's funny. We all kind of simultaneously stopped caring about that, and I think it's a reflection of how in the social media era, there were these causes that all of a sudden everybody cares about and they're so big into and they're so big on, and then they just act like it never happened. And it's just clear that all that's controlling their concern and their emotions is whatever is in the feed, whatever's in the algorithm. And it felt like it happened that way with the NFL. And there are all these articles about how the NFL was on the way down, and there are all these articles about how the NBA was going to overtake it as the sport of the future.
Cuban.
Yeah, Cuban said that. What does he say? Pigs get fed, hogs get slaughtered, is what he said about the dichotomy between those leagues. And then we all kind of took a beat and we all shrugged and then collectively said, I like football. I want to keep watching football. And they did some stuff, I guess, to mitigate the harms, but they're just not going to do away with it. It's the nature of the sport. I'm amazed by how many injuries there are in training camp. Maybe because I don't know enough about it. It's just a necessary evil. But whenever I see the Niners injury report for the day, I keep going, there's got to be a better way to do this.
I think you'd have to play year round. I don't think I'm serious. Your body cannot take that much time off of contact and get right back into it and move at that. I don't think that's a sport that lends itself. What other sport is there where you stop doing the main thing that you do in the sport the entire offseason? There isn't.
Yeah. Well, I was going the other way, where is it just going to go the other direction where you effectively just show up completely fresh and green on your first week one, and you've just played the scrubs completely in preseason and you've done almost nothing. And will that be worth it just to ensure zero injuries? I don't know. I'm sure somebody would say that's stupid.
I would say they would start when the game started, right? Like this is just a matter of, and there's no easy answer for it. The concussion thing is interesting. I think, honestly, Patrick Mahomes happened. I think it was like the league was in this really kind of down place, and the concussion movie came out in 2015, and there's just something about him that kids love him, the parents love him. You know, like I used to work out at a place over in Fort Worth where he trains, and the moms are bringing their kids up there. Like, there's something about him that every kid loved, and it doesn't seem like he's in danger.
Yeah,
when
it
he
seems
plays,
like he's in control.
Yeah,
he's in control of when things happen.
So
I
think that was an interesting one too. But yeah, you're right. It's not like nobody really talks about the CTE thing anymore, other than guys with actual CTE, which is an interesting.
And how can we trust them?
Yeah, we can't. It's like Catch-22.
Yeah,
it's Catch-22 completely. I love the NFL. I love football. That's sort of the sport I relate to more like a fan than the NBA, because it was my job. And one thing that's interesting to me, so many topics in the NFL are interesting to me, is just how offenses are doing worse. And you keep hearing about they don't let you play football anymore. And back in the day, it was so hard. But year after year, offenses are doing worse. And I just find that one interesting, especially in lieu of the NBA debate over how much offense should be allowed, and how Adam Silver's league, just very recently, every score was 140 to 139 before they decided to turn off fouls. So that's an interesting topic to me, if I'm rambling. And
No. I mean, this is all I think about is football. So I think there's a lot of interesting factors taking place there. One of them is kids transferring too much. I think you need to be in a system. If you look at a lot of the guys that are successful in the NFL, not all of them, but like, I don't think Dak is a player in the NFL without 4 years at Mississippi State. And if you're changing systems every couple of years, I think that possibly could be a problem. The flip side of that, though, is that you feel like you're going to get more guys like Russell Wilson, who are just going to go get a graduate degree in quarterbacking and will be more NFL ready. Because it seems like people talk about like the quarterback problem, right? We're still in the quarterback problem.
I don't think it's that. I think my theory on it is this. This is a crazy theory. I didn't know we were going to get here at all. And
we're talking about offensive downturn?
Yeah.
Okay.
I put it out on my Substack. Some people responded. I still think I'm right, miraculously. I'm biased towards myself.
Yeah, we got a lot of those in here.
I know. I think, and it contains space, athleticism advantages the defense. Progress advantages the defense, because defense is all about shrinking spaces. And if we all have an equal shot at what we're doing, we're all progressing equally. If your safeties and your cornerbacks start getting bigger, faster, stronger, there's just less space to work with. And I think that it puts more constraint on the offense than it does on the defense. And that's why when you leave these sports alone, they just start to get a little more defensive, a little more defensive. We saw it with the NBA in the early to mid 2000s, where there wasn't a new rule. It was just athletes figuring out how to take advantage of the rules, which then necessitates a change. They have to create new rules to open up more space for the offense. So that's what I think is happening, is that without changing anything, defenses just gain on offenses. They shrink space.
I think that's a great point. More accurate than mine. And it's something that I brought up to like Aaron Schatz maybe 15 years ago on the radio. Because my plan back then was you just have to change the body types on the field. So you started seeing these hybrid types come in, and you're like, what is this guy? Safety, linebacker, corner? I don't know. And to me, it became clear back then that these teams would play like big dime, which was basically they had 2 defensive linemen, and they would have like 4 DBs and 6 other guys who you didn't know what they were, whatever.
Yeah.
And so you just start changing the body types to match the offense, and it took them way too long to do that. But that's also what happened in the NBA, right? You started thinking like, well, I just need more long guys who can move around and cover more space, thereby shrinking that space. So you're definitely right. And it also plays into the injury thing too, because this might have been Chris Brown's idea back in the day, not the abuser, the football guy. His fix for safety was the field, because we're in a cage here. And as people get faster and stronger and the cage stays the same size, the kinetic energy behind those collisions is only going one way. And so they tried that with special teams, because that's where a lot of that was happening. But that's what it is that it's in all these sports. We're playing on dimensions from when people worked other jobs. And now, that's why that to me is what's fascinating about sports, Ethan.
Yeah. It's natural human experiments. That's what's interesting. I like how you called it a cage too. I like that. Yeah, the cage, you would think that both sides have an opportunity to get just as good, but in the cage, for whatever reason, in the contained space, the defense gains an edge, even if so much more work goes into offense. And that's just this, I like about the Recent Athlete podcast, that you just get more insight into how they view the game and view each other. And it's so clear when you listen to Edelman's podcast, for instance, that the offensive guys think they're so much smarter than the defensive guys. And that's a running joke within the league. And that's the sort of sense that you almost need to doctor it to play offense, but defense is more a working class man's gig, it would seem. So, yeah, I love all that stuff. I love how the owner out where you are, his standoff with a guy he called Michael Parsons. Did he call him that? That was very funny to me.
Yep.
That's a flex. Like I don't even know his name.
Well, he literally said that about his agent.
Yeah, I don't know.
He's like, I don't know his name.
Yeah,
I don't talk to agents.
One of
No, I love that you love following cowboy drama, because I love following 49er drama. It seems very fun.
Yes.
You've got a different dynamic there, but still kind of the same stuff going on. It's awesome.
Mm-hmm.
It's you got a quarterback. Is this guy overpaid? Maybe, probably. You got just wild wide receivers. You got you got a coach that has some skins, but we got
he also has
a guy who had a
tattoo on his skin.
Yeah, of the shares with Chris Sims, that tattoo.
Don't forget Roderick Babers. People get mad when I leave out Roderick Babers.
Oh yeah, sorry.
It's not one of those. I thought it was with just Chris Sims, and if they put their hands together, it would like
each half a bevo,
form a heart or something. Yeah, I don't know.
I got this bias against him that might not be fair, where people will say that Kyle Shanahan is a genius, and Michael Silver wrote a great book on this generation of coaches and how they date back to Mike Shanahan. And it's just a wonderful book. And it's trying to really convey that genius to you. And whenever I see him in a press conference, this is totally unfair, but I just go, don't believe it. Don't believe it. Just sounds like an idiot. Sounds like an idiot. I don't know. Like, what do you want? Some people, Bill Walsh sounded like an intellectual. He sounded like a genius. This guy is just like, yeah, and we're doing the and stuff, and we're doing that and stuff, and we're doing that and stuff, and, we got to do that and stuff. And it's just, look, man, I know. And even Bill Belichick, he might not have been saying anything, but there is an austerity there, a smart, mean vibe, a la Logan Roy from Succession. Kyle Shanahan, to me, I don't know. I just don't. I can't. Viscerally, I might know it, but I don't feel it. That's what I'm saying.
So we're in it with Brian Schottenheimer now, right? So, you know the whole story. I don't know how much. I didn't really know anything about the guy. I'd never heard him interviewed at length. I just knew he was the guy that was arguing with Pete Carroll and whose fault is it that the Seahawks offense isn't working. But so he gets introduced. I'd never really heard the guy talk. And within the first press conference, something jumped out at me. And I have a hard time communicating this, but I'm like a therapy guy. Like I went to rehab and stuff. So I'm real familiar with like the language that world speaks. And there's something going on where these athletes are starting to use, or coaches, you're using the words and the phrases and the terminology of like cool therapy bros. And I tell you the one that jumped out at me, the word intentionality. He showed up and he was like, everything we do. And I was like, holy shit, this is all they were talking. Like, we're going to think through it. What does it mean? Well, we're going to think about what we do. And every press conference, he's like, well, I just love the intentionality, the way he took notes. And of course, somebody asked him about it. What does it mean? Do things with intention. But he says it every press conference. And there's something here where those types are kind of like, I don't know how to explain it, but
it's disconcerting because I need you and I need everybody listening to us to be mentally well. But there's a fair argument that mental wellness is perhaps at cross purposes with the job we need you guys to do on the football field.
This is it. Or any job, any job. Like there is a mental health component where you just have to sometimes say, I don't know, I'm bummed out, but I got to do my job. Like, it's an interesting dynamic.
Yeah, I think that there's also the sense when you hear somebody talk like that, whatever the merits of whatever they're saying, whatever the merits of that kind of patter, that there's a little bit of salesmanship to it.
That's what it is.
And a smarmy, contrived, trying to put on a kind of faux intelligence and guru nature, which might be unfair to Mr. Schottenheimer. I don't know much about him. But I think that might be what you're reacting to. And I'm being a little bit tongue-in-cheek about how we need these oafs to be totally mentally unwell in order for them to do the violence we need. But yeah, I think it's more I'm being sold something. This feels like an act. This doesn't feel authentic, whatever its intentionality.
So we didn't want to keep you all day because you got Sarah Hepola to interview, but if you have a few more minutes, but if you have to roll, tell me you got to roll.
I got Sarah at 3 West Coast. We're good.
Oh, okay.
Also, I saw him hit the vape earlier, so I'm going to do the same.
Okay.
I did not hit the vape.
What was
I'm not a vape guy. It was a Soda Stream bottle of water right here. Does it look?
Do you make your own soda?
I mean, I just fizz it is what I do. I just I'm addicted to fizz, but I don't know why. What I will do is not to go all Men's Health Luca article, but
take that top off, baby. Do we have a sounder?
My long sleeve shirt. It's starting to get hot.
Take it
in the
off.
bed.
Yeah.
Take it off.
Right.
Take it
There
off.
we go.
Ooh.
There we go.
Oh, yeah. Guns out. Sun's out.
Damn, dude. Everybody in
Guns out.
California is in
Feels better.
so good a shape.
Oh, that feels good. Okay.
What a great
Where
looking
were
little
we?
podcast room.
Oh, yeah.
What'd you turn an extra bedroom into that? What'd you do?
No, it's an office a mile from my house. So
I thought this was at home.
That's what Brian Curtis does. He rents a little spot.
Yeah, I wake up at 4:30 a.m. and then bleary-eyed at some point, I drive a mile down the road to the office. This is fascinating for your listeners. I check for rat shit. I check the cars for rat shit.
Oh, yeah. I heard that story.
That's the
you had
horrible
a rat infestation in your car?
Yeah. You're not going to see that in anybody's Instagram, my morning routine.
Right.
Me stumbling out, drinking coffee, and just kind of opening the car door of the 2 cars out there like, and then just, okay, I don't see anything. Cool. And then I drive down here and I try to pump out an article in a couple hours, and then I go back when the kids wake up and help out with morning routine. I'd advise that. You want to talk about intentionality, mental wellness. Never thought I was a morning guy. I, to your listeners, think that 4:30 a.m., it could be you. You might think you can't be that guy. I'm proof that you can be that guy.
Well, we're going to cowboy training camp next week, and I try to stay on Texas time because I enjoy my body clock. It bothers everyone around me.
It doesn't
but
bother.
I need
he
I
can
need every
stay
the world
on
to
it.
revolve around me.
You can stay on it. It's just that
But-
it makes communication a nightmare.
Well, my point was going to be that I might just email Ethan next week and just see if we're both up, because I'm going to wake up at 6:30.
Hey, I'll tell you something else. I'll tell you
Texas
who's up. Ethan is Sarah. I'll get my 4 a.m. text with Sarah.
Oh, she does.
She's always
Oh.
up doing writing or whatever. So there's one.
Yeah.
Well, with writers, I don't know what it is. There's probably some science behind it. It just seems as though your brain can only do it effectively in the wee hours if you're staying up late or in the early morning hours. And that might have to do with the quietude of the world. I don't know. But I had to make a choice where it's, look, I'm not going to live like some sort of degenerate on one side of this with kids and everything else. I got to choose the other side of it. I used to be a stay up to 2 a.m. guy, but I've made the flip.
I haven't written an
You've grown
article
soft,
with
Eden.
I haven't written an article with the sun up in like 5 years. It just racking my brain. It never happens.
But if you have a few more minutes, so I enjoy every time you write about Caitlin Clark, and especially just how, like, because I agree. I feel like the WNBA, Nike did, of course, but the WNBA has fumbled this gift that has come to them from the gods, I believe. But I argue with myself on this.
The gods have demonstrated this by raining dildos on the court. That's how they've demonstrated their scorn.
So has that upped?
Their plague of frogs.
Yes, this is intern Henry's favorite story, I believe.
Every day he comes in, guys. Another dildo.
We got another. Yeah, this morning I was informed that somebody
I love how
got.
somebody listening to this might not know about that story and wonder what the hell I just said.
So somebody got hit by a dildo yesterday. That's where we're at.
Sophie Cunningham actually got hit,
Yeah.
and she was the one who a couple weeks ago tweeted, "Enough throwing dildos, someone's going to get hurt." And she quote tweeted it last night.
I don't know.
They're being cool about it.
I don't know that you can get hurt by a
Well,
a thrown
that's
dildo.
what's so interesting for her to have said that and then get hit with the green dildo. And then she sort of shrugged it off and laughed. And it was almost like, this is such a strange thing, but it was like watching somebody who was afraid of an outcome have it happen and then go through, if we're talking about therapy speak and intentionality, like go, okay, what doesn't kill me makes me stronger. But it was getting hit by a green dildo.
It's setbacks, man.
But I just thought of something while you
Obstacles
guys
in
were
life.
talking about the same size field, with today's players. This might be why I can't watch the WNBA. It sucks. It's not good. And maybe it's because they're playing on the same size field. And it's we just watching them do what they do is not impressive, because if you watch a high school basketball team, you will see more impressive athletic.
I
feats.
also want to offer that I actually sort of disagree with Dan on this. But
Go ahead. You can be wrong occasionally.
Well, no, I just think, I do think that there is a very pure version of basketball that they play. Like, there's part of it that I like. Like, it does look good.
But when I watch a game
I was
with
also
her
gonna
in it,
agree with you. Yeah.
I mean, she stands out. She's incredible. I love watching a game with her in it. She's great.
But if you play with a smaller ball, maybe should you also play with a smaller something else? Right?
Yeah,
like
What if
let's
they
lower
should
the
go
hoop.
the other way? Because they talk about lowering the hoop to 9 feet so the players can dunk. What if they went the other way and they put it up to 11 and it was just making a basket? It was like scoring a goal in soccer, and that was
I don't
interesting.
at all feel like you're taking this seriously.
Well,
I got all kinds of crazy ideas that'll never happen. That one's been suggested, the 9-foot thing. Yeah, they're in a weird situation because they resisted this huge bump in interest from Caitlin Clark's presence. And now, frankly, she's not living up to the hype. She's getting hurt and not playing particularly well when she's healthy. I don't know how long-term that is, but it's almost as though they had a moment to capitalize on all this. Meanwhile, they're trying to negotiate a CBA, and the players are saying, pay us what you owe us, but nobody can answer that question. People will say, pay them more, right? I saw, there was a quote, Diana Taurasi said something like, the fucking janitor makes more than us. And at first, well, I'd say at first when she said that, my first thought was, yeah, that's a good, but now that there are dildos just raining on the court, and I think about who has to clean that up.
Yeah, hazard pay.
But that's a digression. The point is that nobody knows what to do. Nobody knows how much they should make. And the Caitlin Clark thing might be starting to fizzle on them while they're trying to negotiate big money, which puts them in a difficult spot.
Well, and the thing where I argued with myself was that I kind of thought it sucked that there was a Caitlin Clark versus the rest of the NBA, and they all kind of hated her and they kind of beat her up. But now I think that's the only reason that I pay any attention to the WNBA is because of those.
Yeah,
it
was.
Yeah, if everybody just loved her, would I care about it at all?
No, it was good organic marketing, especially when Sophie Cunningham took out the player who took out Caitlin Clark in that one game. That was fascinating. And say
That's
what you
one
will
word
about
for
the
it.
Yeah, well, I mean, say what you will about the WNBA and its flaws, and I'm not saying that you're wrong about anything, and I don't like how people act like it's a moral cause instead of an entertainment league, and that you're bad if you say I'm not into this. But the WNBA said, hey, here's our enforcer, here's our goon, here's our Rick Mahorn, here's our Charles Oakley. It's the most attractive player in the league.
I was going to say, and she's hot. Yeah.
That's something the other leagues don't have going.
No.
So, yeah,
lean
that's
into
something
it.
they got. Yeah.
We'll let you go with the last question. Is that okay?
I've got
one more.
I've got just a last note from my
Whatever
many
you
months
got-
of notes.
Oh, okay.
So I'll let.
Whatever you guys
Do you want
want.
me to go last or you?
You go right now. I'll go last.
Okay, my one note I wanted to make sure I mentioned of, like I said, my few months of listening to your podcast. You said you were disillusioned by the Chris Rock special.
Wait, Chris Rock?
The
Did I
Chris
say
Rock
that?
comedy special, they had spliced together 3 different shows.
Oh my God.
And I couldn't agree with you more.
We're talking
I
about
didn't
the big one.
even remember saying like the crazy things. You guys probably have this happen to you too, where you don't remember saying certain things on podcasts.
It's every day.
All the time. I
And-
can't remember this evening what I've said to you, but
Yeah, my first thing when you told me the first thing was that he's wrong, he's confusing me with somebody else. But when you explained it, I went, oh yeah, I did say that. And then there's the other realization. I love that we share that. I never would have known that somebody agreed with me on that take.
That's bigger, blacker. the main one, right?
Yeah.
no,
No,
the
it was-
newest
I think
one.
it's around-
Oh.
He just had one
No,
a
no,
few months ago.
Okay, the one on Netflix, because I feel like he did that back in the day on the
Bigger
big
and
one.
blacker, he's wearing different clothes.
Yeah.
Okay, well then, and that's what bothered me about this one. I think he went to
Yeah.
Australia or something. He went.
Well, he, I think, started doing it in 2008. There's a 2008 special he did when I first noticed it, and they start showing him saying, I'll say it in New York, and then I'll say it in wherever the location is, and it takes me out of the flow
Yeah.
when they're showing the different places at once. And it's one of these things where, yeah, points for creativity, I guess that's interesting, but I don't want that. I want to be in a time and place when a comedian's doing his thing. I don't want to be in multiple places. I'm not creative enough for that.
That had to feel good, clearing that note right there.
Yeah. Oh no.
Oh, my
and
God.
just part of it is just the illusion that he is telling this for the first time, and I think that's part of the genius of comedy. I don't think I can do it. I'm very bad if I'm doing something again, but these guys are so good at it. They can act, and
That's the good point. And it's like we know intellectually, like we know that they've performed this in a bunch of other rooms, but we need to almost convince ourselves of this noble lie in that moment that this is the first time they're doing this.
I mean, hell, you're
And-
able to do that even if you've seen the material.
Right.
Just don't cut to Australia, and I can still feel like it's the first time and the only time. Yeah.
Yes.
I never thought about that.
No, but
All right.
it's crazy.
So I want to say,
It's-
great point,
yeah.
Ethan, because
I love
it's one that I think as well.
Yeah, and we'll let you go. This is how we end all of our big name guest interviews. We're talking comedy. It's a straightforward one. Ernest or Pee Wee? This is my favorite book here.
Yeah.
Don't prejudice.
The Importance of Being Earnest.
Yeah, but I don't think
Are you saying?
Ethan Strauss is not afraid to buck against if he thinks this is Jake's favorite. He will give his honest opinion.
No, the Ernest would be the one I'd choose over Pee Wee. I didn't grow up watching.
All right, we
Pee-wee,
gotta go.
and-
That
Well,
means
just
you've
the
picked
Scared
the
Stupid or
wrong
whatever
one.
it was.
Do you remember when we
Well,
went to
when I was a kid-
Africa? Like, good Lord, what do they find
Like,
next?
When you're a kid, slapstick comedy is just, it's so good. But I almost want to revisit it because you loved things when you were a kid and you don't.
We do it a
you're
lot.
not
We do it a lot, and
Yeah.
it usually goes one way. But
People say that about Adam Sandler, and that's interesting to look at in lieu of the Happy Gilmore 2 coming out. Was this funny because I was a kid, or is it just funny? But yeah, that one's an easy one for me. I didn't even have to think about it. But what I'm loving right now, what I'm binging, are just because of the new Naked Gun movie, or all the old clips on YouTube of the old Naked Gun movies. So good. So good. That's my recommendation.
Does it hold up? Yeah, I think it probably does.
It completely holds up. And sometimes it's a little anachronistic, but then it's a good time capsule of what people were talking about and thinking about back then. The only thing that doesn't hold up about it, the glaring distraction, the throwing Chris Rock's Routine to Australia, if you will, is O.J. Simpson.
I was going to say, do you take a knee or like turn away from the TV or anything? Or maybe have your kid fast forward through those parts like Trump did with Bloodsport and Eric?
Oh, that's a reference that was a New Yorker article about him watching Bloodsport. Yeah,
and it's also one of the things where everyone's like, look what an animal this guy is. I'm like, that's the coolest shit I've ever had in my life. Like my son can just fast forward to the cool parts.
Yeah. I mean, that's a deep cut right there. I just take it as all part of the complexity of humanity, folks, is what I take it as. That because Nielsen was asked about OJ, and he was honest. He said, look, I had no idea. He was perfectly just great to deal with. He was wonderful.
My head's still on.
Yeah, my head is still attached to my body, and so he did his job as an actor. And I think that's just something that's true about people that we're often uncomfortable with. This is a crazy thing to end on, and I apologize. But I do think this is something I like to buck against, that when somebody does something horrible, there's this reflexive idea to try to make the things people liked some sort of put on or ruse, when I think the reality is that they're just different people in different contexts. And that's what a lot of life is like. And I could detour us into that, and that might not be great. I don't know. But that's something I'm fascinated by, how we try to make somebody of they're bad or they're good. And it's just actually they're good and bad depending on the context. And there are people in a work setting that are great coworkers and wonderful contributors who have just some sort of rage issue that presents itself in private in a way that's monstrous. And that's just how a lot of people are.
But I love that bit, like you said, they go to Leslie Nielsen. They're asking him, oh, he was great. We went to people with the Texans, and they all said Deshaun Watson never asked them to
wrong way.
jerk him off. The secretary at the, so.
Well, Ethan, tell Sarah we said hi. houseofstrauss.com. It's a must. It's an absolute must.
I'll email you next week, real early. Just to see if you are actually up.
I love to be on. Thanks for having me. Great talk.
Thanks,
there goes Ethan Strauss.
Great Ethan Strauss.
houseofstrauss.com.
Bye, Ethan.
Great show.
Indeed. Let's plug Trident.
Oh, yeah. Trident Access Services.
Speaking of houses, they're a garage door company.
Yes.
Will install a garage door.
They'll
repair, fix a garage
gates,
door.
talking garage doors. They're a veteran-owned company. Jeremy, we met him up here. Then he was out at the summer event. They helped support that.
Not a rookie? A rookie does not own the company? You said a veteran.
Yeah.
What are we saying here?
12 years vested. Pension.
We're talking about a guy here that was in the military?
Yes.
Excellent.
He was in the military. And
I salute you, sir.
He's got a big Poseidon tattoo on his leg. You don't think he can handle your garage? I think we're going to be okay. txtrident.com, 817-512-1212. You got a damaged door. You're updating your home's look. Go to the website, txtrident.com. They've really come a long way in the garage door game, Dan. And you can find that out with txtrident.com. 10% off for listeners.
Yes. Just to wrap up, so I'm in the sauna.
Yeah, oh yeah.
It all started with Zone 4 talk. Rangers talk, they're upset with Jock Peterson. They were somehow shifted to Bo Bichette, had 6 RBI yesterday for Toronto.
That was a big game. Yeah, you got to
I was in there
make this
for
a
while.
regular thing, because those guys are probably there at the same time.
Dude, I'm pulling out my phone like just now. I'm taking notes. And we ended, before I had to get out of there, Whoop age talk. Whoop is the thing you use, right?
Yeah.
It's like a exercise tracker or something.
Yep.
So this guy's an old.
They came out with a new thing.
He was like 60 or something, but he was like, his age is whatever. And in fact, he has a younger wife, as they all seem to know each other and about his wife. But he's happy that because his wife sees how young his age is now, it is motivating her to work out more.
Nice.
So they were congratulating this guy on having the whoop age to make his young wife, who might think just being young is good enough for you. And that's going to keep me, yes. But now she's actually out working out now as well.
That's fantastic. There's like a word for that in like the social sciences of, just she was being nudged without even knowing it, right? He didn't have to tell her.
Right. That's the way we want to do it.
Yeah.
Yes. It's like when I bought my wife the mop and bucket for Mother's Day. She didn't know what it was about.
Oh, I thought that was for after she got off the riding lawnmower.
Yeah.
The Dumb Zone.
I don't know.
Our main goal at Game Day Men's Health is to have each man feel his absolute best. You're not just a number. We care about each person. We want you to come in. We want you to optimize your testosterone. We want you to live your dream.
Anything?
See, the rings are a lot harder than people think. He's gonna be ripped and he doesn't have to go through the contact of football.
Yeah, it totally makes sense, man. It's so great that you're showing me pictures of your family. This is all I ever wanted, over the years we've worked together. Sometimes the work gets in the way, there's a little distance or a lot of distance, and now we're just here having chips, being friends, and enjoying each other's company, man.
Or brothers. It feels like we're brothers, or you're even like a father figure I never had. And actually, if you're cool with it, I'd love for you to be my grandpa.
Are you serious?
Yeah.
I love that, man.
Okay.
Blake's grandpa, man. This is great. Everything's perfect
Feels
now.
right. Feels
yeah.
right.
Anything? What is this? The opening ceremony, the Butt Buddy Olympics or something?
Wait, what's he doing here?
Well, my dream is to make fun of your dream. And I couldn't have imagined to be this good.
Yeah, he's got a point.
What? He's got a point. Whose side are you on? Grandpa Jake. Blake's grandpa.
That was your dream. Now we're in his dream.
No!
Game Day Men's Health. Live your dreams. Most of them. At Flooring Direct, we have meet or beat pricing. No need to shop around. You're already getting the best pricing from us. Rick Renner from the DFW's most highly rated flooring company, Flooring Direct. Whether it be carpet, LVP, SBC, tile, laminate, hardwoods, or granite countertops, we have a price matching guarantee. And many styles we have in stock in town, and we can install yesterday. Well, maybe not yesterday. How about tomorrow? Book today.
Our pros are the nicest. We've got the best prices at Flooring Direct.
Is somebody in there? Sir, can you hear me?
Yeah, I hear you.
Sir.
I don't know if I'm okay.
Can you get out for me?
I'm hurting. Let me get my phone. I gotta call somebody.
All right. Yeah, we're calling LA unit.
Before you call the insurance company, call Frankel first. Frankel and Frankel. Call 214 or 817 all threes.
You're listening to The Dumb Zone.
Let's promote the fact that we have a Brandon Aubrey show and the fact that Community Mechanical is our year-long sponsor of that Brandon Aubrey program right now. Brandon had an air conditioning problem, HVAC problem, I guess you would say. And, he was told by another company, it's going to be like $15,000.
You know what that company was probably seeing? A cowboy football player.
Yeah.
Like,
for sure.
Go for what we can here.
Yeah. But Community Mechanical came out and they were like, you know what? This is like this little part here. This cost $100. And that's all that was out of pocket for Brandon Aubrey. So they're not looking to soak you. They will take care of you. They will actually give you some merch if you do some business with them. some Dumb Zone merch, that is, and they'll buy you a sit-in if indeed you end up buying a system with CommunityDFW.com. They're great, man. And they're sponsoring the Brandon Aubrey Show. We got that contest where if you want to do a Brandon Aubrey theme song, we've already got a bunch of entries, but August 15th will be our deadline for entry. Email thedumbzone@gmail.com, your song submission, and then Community Mechanical, for the winner, will give you cowboy tickets to any game this year. Maybe even the Super Bowl.
It's a pretty sweet deal.
I bet you they would do that if you said, you know what, I'm good till the Super Bowl. He'd probably shell out money for Super Bowl tickets.
That's a serious claim.
I'm claiming that.
Okay.
I stand by that. Just like Community Mechanical stands by their stuff.
And I was gonna say that they may soak you if you ask and you explain your conception of that. That's a big man to jump on the bed for you.
Okay, see, you're not. What I meant was taking lots of your money.
Oh,
and you meant helping you feel good. They will help you feel good.
Okay. Yeah.
You want to slide right into news, or do we have any other things?
We've made the executive.
You know what I think is funny?
Okay.
The relationship between Clayton and intern Henry.
Yeah, funny's one way to put it.
Abusive, in other words.
Yeah, it's I don't know. I'm not a fan.
It's very interesting though. Henry,
See, I would say I agree with your assessment, but I am a fan.
What do you think of Clayton? Do you think he's mean to you? No, I don't. Oh, hold on. Little microphone there. Go on.
No, I don't think he is.
Do you enjoy Clayton?
I do.
Okay, but some of this dynamic was at play the other day. We were at the Den, and we have a huge box full of equipment that has to be taken on the road. Clayton is driving because that's how much he cares about this trip to California and making it go right. He wants to make sure the equipment is there, so he's like, I'll drive. So Blake had to bring the remote equipment, and it's a very heavy box, right? What would you say? Just you trying and lug it around.
It was probably a two-man job.
And like you're in great shape, you're young, you're strong, like Stedman. You are. So you took this thing out of Blake's car and you started to carry it up to the Dragon Den. And you realize quickly, somebody's like, no, that thing's fully packed, ready to go. So you had brought it into my house right to the base of the steps, like you had to walk around it to get out. And then somebody told you, no, intern Henry, don't bring that up here. It's full of the equipment. It just needs to go in Matt's car. Matt Grimm was there. And so your move was, okay, I'll leave it right here at the base of the steps and then drive home like you just left. And Clayton was beside himself. He couldn't believe that you were that dumb.
I just asked a simple question of, hey, Blake, do you think Henry moved that case from where we told him, hey, we don't need it upstairs?
Because it took him about a half hour to get it into the house. Like it's so hard to carry, and it's awkward, it's big, and then he left it right there. And it took like four of us to get it out of there.
So you had wanted it just in the garage.
All you were asked to do was unload it from Blake's car.
And just set it.
So do you think we wanted it at the base of the steps?
Probably not.
Yeah.
But
the
I thought that was better than,
probably.
The problem I have with youth today is they don't ask questions of what, like, all right, I've completed this one part of the task. What more do I need to do?
They just do the task?
They just do the task, but then they start making their own assumptions about, oh, well.
God, this is so established the wrong.
He wants me to come upstairs with this. And, like, in what world, in Blake and I's mind, would we send one person to unload that case? And I guess it comes with experience of having to do tasks like this, and that's probably my fault. I mean, I've been doing this for almost 20 years, so I feel like the problem I have with Henry, and I said this the other day, is I know he could be better. The ability the ability is in him. The ability is in him. I see the drive. he just has to learn to get out of his own way sometimes and ask the right question.
Actually, I never heard that from a coach. I heard it from like a teacher, but not like a coach going, you know what? I know you could be a better athlete. No.
Right.
They're
no.
like, yeah.
They're like, what's wrong with your back? Why do you stand that way?
You are what you are.
How does your arm even throw like that?
Hey, for the news, let's make the sponsor Fairlease. We're going to do the news today.
Feliz Navidad.
Fairlease.org is the actual lower third there. Yeah. Anyway, fairlease.org. We were just talking about Community Mechanical. They lease their company truck. Oh, Community Mechanical company trucks have a nice big Dumb Zone logo on the back of it now. When you see one of those in the wild, know that they were leased from Fairlease. Fairlease even bought them out of their lease that they had with D&M because it was a better deal.
That's huge.
That's how big it is. Yeah.
That's absolutely huge. You might feel boxed in, whether for your company fleet or yourself, and you're thinking, God, I'm just going to be paying this lease. I want out of it. They can help you, and then they can hook you up on the process of getting in your next vehicle. Can do it all from your phone, I guess. You could probably do it from any device, frankly. I don't know. Try it. Fairlease.org.
Like computer, you mean? Not like any device at all.
Your internet
your
connected.
Razor.
Yeah, Palm Pilot. Do they
Could you
still-
pick up something they threw on a WNBA
Razor.
court?
AT&T Razor, bud. That was a hot phone.
Okay.
Remember all the-
Here's Jake with the Dumb Zone.
I guess I meant my head shaving razor, but you just make a joke out of everything. And
I was looking for a phone thing. Former NFL player LaShawn Johnson arrested.
Never heard of him.
Dog fighting.
Who is it?
Running back for the Packers, Cardinals, Giants. I recognize the name, but let's see if I can get you a better.
LaShawn.
That was a 7-year career.
John.
3rd-round pick out of. He went to Haskell. Haskell, Oklahoma. But in any case, he was arrested in Dallas. He was living in Dallas.
Yeah, Dallas.
3 properties in Southeast Dallas. Search warrants. They seize the dogs. 8 dogs rescued, cruelly confined and neglected. Incredibly cruel environment. Yeah, so this guy he was basically running a dog fighting ring.
So that stuff's still happening.
Big time. Yeah, I think he actually in total had like 190 dogs.
I'm seeing this is his second run-in. In 2004, he pled guilty to operating a kennel called Crazy Side Kennels. You want to guess what the first letter is?
Yeah, it's going to be a K. That's going to be a K. It's not serene dog fighting.
No, it's Crazy Side Kennels.
5-year career, 955 yards rushing total.
Is it, was he 5-year career? Oh, I guess some of it was out of the league, but he was an All-American college player in '93 at Oklahoma. Or, no, at Northern Illinois. Well, I got the story all wrong. But
Huskies.
He was from Haskell, Oklahoma. He lives here. He was in the NFL for 7-8 years. He was an All-American in 1993, and he had 200 dogs he was fighting. Faces up to 5 years in prison and a fine of $250,000 on each count, and I believe that is 6 counts.
Nearly 2,000 yards that All-American season. 6th in the Heisman voting.
Dog
These
fighting,
people
though,
that do the dog
very
fighting,
much still going on. Dan.
Are they making big money somehow? Like, what's your motivation for doing it?
I don't know that it's big money, but I think it's money. You know, I think you probably have to have a little bit of money to get into it, right? Have the capital up front, and then you just you do bets. And then I think you also just sell the dogs, right?
You know how
That's what
20
you
years
do.
ago-
You breed fighting dogs.
20 years ago, like, pot was taboo. What if somehow there is a wind change in society now? What if, like, dog fighting becomes, in 20 years, not taboo, and we're doing live spots and stuff for it?
And Katie Feeney's trying to get you to bet the over on this dog or that
Yeah.
dog. That doesn't feel out of the realm of possibility at all.
Because wouldn't it be fun to have a toy poodle division?
Yes.
I don't know.
You have to crossbreed them.
I guess I'm just having a hard
dog.
time. That's the thing, is I need him to just not stand there.
Whatever you're telling me, you can go to a dog fight. I'm not saying, ooh, do they have toy poodles?
Well,
yeah, that was kind of...
Don't you like when they have the ladies box?
Yeah.
Or fight. I mean, I shouldn't...
Yeah, but I'm like...
I don't really
I'm
want to
like
have sex with a poodle.
I'm like horned up by the ladies, man. He's saying the poodle fight get you a little...
Wait, yeah, back up. Do you want to have sex with a poodle?
You painted yourself in there.
Yeah, maybe you guys have uncovered some deep thing.
More than 40,000 people, according to the FBI, participate in enterprises that breed and train dogs, according to this study. So it's a nationwide thing. And, there used to be the deal where, listen, I hadn't had reason to be in a really bad part of Dallas in a long time. So I don't know, but I'm pretty sure it's probably still this way. Like, there are areas where there are dogs everywhere, like wild street dogs everywhere, and they're a real problem. So, then
what are you saying? Should we fight them? Let them fight?
Well, I guess I'm just saying that over in, they say all three of these houses were in Southeast Dallas. There's probably no distinguishing if you're just over there of is this a dog fight or these dogs are fighting?
Yeah.
It doesn't appear that. It's just
it's whether you're gambling on it or not.
Yeah.
Whether it makes it illegal.
Yeah. I want you guys to tell me.
A moment of silence for LaShawn McCoy or whoever.
No, LaShawn McCoy is on the Kemp's list, though.
LaShawn McCoy is?
Yeah. Whenever he got traded to Buffalo, he tried to announce or organize an outing where he needed some hot ladies. He might even have been not in Buffalo at the time, but playing for Buffalo, but in another city. And they posted a flyer on his Instagram that was just ladies wanted for party, reply here, no phones allowed. Basically saying you will sign an NDA, meet at this building.
But he did it on his account publicly?
Yeah. It was very clearly just bring on the bitches.
I think Hard Knocks, if it didn't start last night, it starts tonight. Oh, okay.
I got South Park and Hard Knocks on the docket, but here's the problem. I'm watching too much damn baseball.
Yeah, I might have time to get that tonight because I was informed as I'm walking out the door, or as she was walking out the door tonight, is book club.
Oh.
Her book club seems to be like the WNBA playoffs. It's every other week now. It's great.
Right, they have one per genre. Can I give you a new twist on an old classic? So we're leaving for California on Friday, and like many of you that I'm talking to, men with young children, you know that anything that you do that is not for your wife and kids, you will be made to feel guilty about. So if you have to leave for work, rather than somebody being actually, I find it incredible that your tiny little operation was able to weasel its way into a week at Cowboys camp. Looks
and I
like
just
things
care
are going
about
well.
You, so I like seeing whenever you're happy. I don't really have any notes.
Let's not get crazy. So in lieu of that, typically what you get is guilt and God, it's going to suck to be here without you. The kids are going to be here. I didn't do myself any favors. It's the first week of school. But when she told me last night that at the baseball game, my mom offered to take the kids to the beach Friday to Tuesday.
Ooh.
So I'm going to be gone. But now this is better than if I were there and they were gone.
Yeah.
She's going to be out, who God knows what. I hope having the time of her life.
And
what she's not going to be doing is thinking about me abandoning my family.
And, is that because her family helped bailed her out? It's your your
That's
mom?
been yours last time.
Oh, interesting. It's your mom that's helping out.
Her side piece is going to have the weekend of a lifetime.
Dude, knock it out. Knock it out.
Definitely.
Okay? State Fair of Texas has announced the finalists for the 2025 Big Tex Choice Awards, a segment I'm sure Dan loves every year. What's your history with the fair? You took the kids and that was it, right? You're not a
I don't like it myself. But yeah, it's a good date place. It is good for the kids, for sure. And then you definitely leave feeling established the wrong guy and you can't believe how much you spent.
Yeah. Well, I'm here basically to announce to the people at the state fair that if they need someone next year, I would like to. Oh, Clayton's going to claim it, and that's fine. I think we need someone. I'd like to now. I think I have
them in studio.
Yeah, I think I have the power now. I think I'm hungry enough. When you're in,
And you're
tossing
Sweets
down
guy now?
suds all the time.
Didn't
You're
used
not
to be Sweets guy.
right. So I think they've got savory, sweet. I think I could be in on all these. How about some brisket and brew stuffed pretzels?
That feels like what's brew? I thought brew his beer?
I mean, they probably just have like.
Are you allowed to have beer battered something?
Yeah, I have. Yeah.
That is a great question.
And vodka sauce. I've had that. Now I tell my wife, I'm like, you try to pop me with a UA, and the next day, you're gonna know.
What's a UA?
Urine analysis.
Okay.
And I've told her, anybody, I'll do it whenever.
You could pass one of those for us right now?
Yes.
So
Yes, I could.
They have a thing to analyze alcohol? I thought they just had drug tests.
No, and alcohol is a drug. But
You could tell if... Oh, I didn't know that.
72 hours.
Really?
Make Dan take a broccoli test.
Oh, my God.
Why are you guys against broccoli? Especially you, dude.
I eat broccoli every morning.
Easy answer?
Oh, the smell?
I brought some broccoli up here the other day, and I walked out to microwave it out there, and everyone was like, "Oh, thanks. Yeah, that would have been gross." And he was kind of like,
I know. I think it's
every
wonderful.
day.
So the guy who once had a rat scurry out from under a pizza box in his bedroom is telling me the smell of broccoli is too annoying to him? Just wanted to make sure I'm getting this right.
As in 2010. Anything from my character in the last 15 years you want to bring up?
So yeah, just holler at me. I'd
wait, about what?
I'd like to judge this. These are foods that cookie chaos milkshake, coconut quadruple. I'm gonna go out to the fair and go ham this year. You remember when Keller ISD was in the news a couple weeks ago, Dan? They were trying to split their districts, sever their Pories.
Yeah, and then it actually didn't work.
Kind of blew up in their face.
Kind of surprised because usually the way those things work is there's a big meeting and then they just do what they want to do anyway.
Well, representative democracy. They listen to the people. Basically, they got caught in the middle of a plan. It went so poorly that they added, I believe, something to the Texas state constitution on what it would take to sever your school district. But they saw that negative PR and they were like, well, what's next? The city of Keller will enter a partnership with U.S. Immigrations and Custom Enforcement after a vote last night, voting in favor of authorizing the city's entry into ICE's 287G program. This program is the Warrant Services Officer Model Program, which means, we're going to let your cops act like ICE agents. Yeah.
Like towards the students?
I said Keller ISD and I was wrong. It's
just
City
the city?
Council. Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, okay. All right.
There's a comment from someone from the school district here because, they're pretty easy to find there. But it just feels wild. But I guess it's also the law, right? I mean, I'm not going to be like technical, strict interpretation guy here, but it's illegal to be here illegally. So if I'm I'm not going to say conservative, but you're trying to talk about the police and you're like, well, they're doing something illegal. Why can't they go stop doing that illegal thing? Now, obviously, that's not what they do. It's not like the police go looking for financial crimes and they have limitations to what they do. But at the end of the day, it's like, hey, we want our cops to go deal with things that are illegal. I think this is a very problematic way to do it from a humanity standpoint, but the council members in Keller noted that this is a step towards government efficiency, which of course is always of the utmost importance.
Definitely.
Yeah. This is unfortunately another political type story here, but I find it fascinating. The Fort Worth City Council is considering whether or not it will cut its DEI programs. Doing so would result in $300 million in federal funding vanishing.
Yeah, I'd probably keep the money.
It's 40 annually. And
I'm surprised that
270 of grant money, and I'm sure some
how
of
is
this
federal money still doing that? Like I thought that's part of the thing that's going to get cut.
I think it's looming. The decision.
So
I think
you only get the money if you agree to keep being cool with this, and
Yeah.
But now eventually they'll just say, hey, look, you're still going to get the money, but you don't got to do these DEI things.
I wouldn't say that. I think that probably their goal is to not give you money so that they can cut taxes.
Give up its DEI program or keep $300 million in federal funding, or maintain DEI programs and lose that $300 million. Is that what I said?
No.
Did I say it wrong?
You said it right.
Oh,
Yeah.
then I misunderstood.
Yeah.
I think.
It's about a $3 million budget annually. It's just you heard about this with the floods, and I don't know how much of that was true, but they had seemingly meetings where people are like, we got this Biden money and we don't want to take it because it's dirty money.
I got school news.
Okay.
Because my wife works for a school district. I don't even know if the kids are there yet.
I don't think they are.
Okay, so she's been in there all week, though. It's great. My mornings are back.
Toss in a book club and
oh my God, what a 24-hour period here. She informs me because they had a big meeting about, hey, things that are going to be different this year. All electronics. She said this is a statewide thing.
Yeah, we talked about it briefly, but that was in the big everything that passed in Texas last session.
All electronics will be confiscated.
I got an email from DISD.
Really?
Which felt unnecessary since I have a first grader, but
It just feels like this is going to cause so much more headache and work for just she works in the front office, and I'm sure those are the people that are going to have to keep track of the phones, and I'm going to hear all about this. And
I definitely think it's going to be a headache, and it would be great if the school was like, hey, we're creating a headache for these employees that was not figured into their compensation previously, and we're going to pay them more for this headache.
Okay, well, that's not happening.
So that's not happening, but in lieu of that, if it's what they need to do to get the kids back,
I love it.
You're just going to have to deal with that.
I wish it was when my kids were there.
Dude, it is so
and I also
wild.
wish my kids had school uniforms. I love school uniforms.
Yo, we start next Monday for the 2.5, almost 3-year-old. He has to wear a uniform every day. And I love it.
It's great because there's no question. There's no concern. There's no, but I don't want to wear that. Well, no. That's what everybody's wearing. Yeah. Let's do it.
Question, though. How will people that go to your school know that you like corn?
Or in your case, that your aunt mistakenly thinks you love Marvin the Martian, buying you.
I was well into adulthood for that episode, but yes.
There's your news.
Oh, that's the news already? Hold on, I've done another thing.
Long as hell, bro.
That's what she said.
The Dumb Zone.
That was a wiener joke.
Displays out his long arms.
Subscribe.
That reminds me of one-day doors and closets.
Ooh, you want to talk about upgrading your situation at home.
Yeah, go look at your doors in your house. They will replace every interior door in your house in just one day. Are we still doing buy one, get one?
Yeah. If they don't take it off here, then we're honoring it.
We better be still doing it because it would be really bad to mention it. And then oh no, I hear their sale is over.
We're going to make it right no matter what. With onedaytexas.com/promo30, that'll get you buy one, get one free on doors. 30 to 50% off compared to big box stores or handyman. We know a couple listeners, a couple family members who have done this, and it's awesome. It's an immediate upgrade for your home. You don't even think about how spare your doors are. So maybe you're thinking, do we need a full remodel? Try this first. onedaytexas.com/promo30. The phone number is 940-969-4790.
The Dumb Zone presents Today in History.
So today is Wednesday, August 6th. It is the show number 409. If you're keeping track on how many shows we've done.
409. Stood the test of time.
Formula 409.
Yeah, I didn't really...
What is that?
The cleaning solution, but I didn't know the story behind it. I mean, it's pretty simple, but they had to try it 409 times.
Oh, really? That was... The scientists finally landed upon it?
Yeah.
It's like Experiment 626.
God bless, man. I missed the Lilo and Stitch wave when I was a kid. Were your daughters into it? I know we talked about this briefly.
Yes, that rings a bell.
Okay, because it's out there. And it's every day, all day now. Aliens, Dan. Alien shows.
All right, so
let me tell you something else while you're looking for that. I don't know what you got going on there. Those Despicable Me and Minions movies are better than any of the other animated movies.
They're very good. Everyone loves the
Holy
Minions.
shit! Got Pharrell on the track.
Mm-hmm.
The whole score. You figure out what you're doing. I'll stop.
Yeah. I got a couple of viewer mail birthdays, as we do. We have Grand Poobah of the Pink Pavilion.
It's a great one. They're all great, but that one is too.
38th birthday shout out to my DZ, IJB, Ride or Die, and previous Den guest, Patat. Didn't Patat send an email yesterday?
Yes.
To his best buddy, Ryan, and now his best buddy, Ryan, sends one to him. What if your best friend had their birthday the day after you?
That'd be so cool.
Wouldn't it be so great?
I would. You
and Scott.
I would get at like 11:59. We would enter the Chinese D trap together and try to separate at midnight, so on both sides of it were together.
Nice.
He is the founder and the sole member of the Dumb Zone Southeast Asian Fan Club.
Oh, I don't know
Thailand
about
branch.
that. Thailand branch where you might have us.
Yeah.
Hopefully woken up in that special way by his wife. His leaders include edible bowl game mascots.
Mm-hmm.
Cody Campbell spending all his money on Texas Tech athletics.
You would do the same.
And listening to obscure female violinists play Xbox songs of our college dorm days. P.S. Tell Blake my wife may be able to keep our favorite show broadcasting to the masses, but struggles with keeping the grass alive when I travel. Dream Team lawyer, husband of Liz, Ryan.
Oh.
Let's link up. I miss Liz.
You miss Ryan?
We went to dinner. He's a great dude. He's a cool dude, but come on. He's not her.
Yeah.
Very few people.
And dear Bracket Daniel, I'd like to wish myself a happy 40th birthday. Just missing out on the elite August 5th birthday club of Jake and Blake's unnamed newborn child. Which has now been named, right? What is it? I forgot it.
Benson. No, not Benson Boone.
There's
one of those things that I've got. It's the most. Yeah, don't take it. It's straightforward. Benson Adrian. Benny.
Not only am I celebrating this milestone on a business Wednesday, but I am also getting married on Friday. Do you have any tips and advice for a stress-free wedding day from Mark?
Yeah, it's tough without knowing the person, right?
I have tips and advice for a long marriage, but not for the stress-free wedding day, because you got to remember you're dealing with her on that day.
Make sure you got enough bisque.
Yeah. In case Dan decides to hit the bisque market.
Hey, are you gonna eat all your bisque?
Well, I think all you had was like meat.
That's right.
Well, we had meat and bisque, so
right.
No, I don't fault you for trying to wheel and deal.
If
your
everybody
protein.
else is getting steak, and they have yes, I'm going to ask you for your soup.
It's extremely logical.
If
but
everybody
if
else has a giant plate of meat, and you've offered the non-meat eaters a soup, I'm going to have a lot of that soup to get the same amount of calories.
But if you watched me walk up to strangers and say, "Are you going to eat that biscuit?" you would think that was funny.
Man, it depends. Don't get too drunk. That's a big one. I was surprisingly able to nail that. If you need your night to last the whole night, see if you can run into Mike Soroy around 1. It helped me tremendously.
Can't go wrong having a party bus that takes you to Whataburger.
The party bus at the end of the night is unbeatable. You know what's funny? We have our wedding videos. We set up. I think Brevik might have been doing it. My buddy's a videographer, but he would film like everybody talking about us.
Yeah.
Right. It's like you'd get the groomsmen, TC, or here's my other buddy over here, and they're like, "Oh, that's what I like. Here's Jake. Here's what I like about Jake, and here's Kristen, whatever."
That sounds gay.
One of my buddies was like just divorced, and he was already trash, and he's just over there like, "All right."
Was he
Tell
doing
me something about? It's very Luke Wilson in old school, and like I don't even know if he remembers it, but I watched it recently, and it's great. So you
was he right?
Oh yeah, I mean he's just gotten divorced. He's like, "Here's how it's gonna go." Oh my God.
My long-term advice would be to stop caring about her, and you will stay together longer. Like just what she does, what her things are, like things that bother you. Like just if you don't care, then
Yeah, because who do you think? Are you Tom Hanks? There's probably guys who do care about their spouses and pull it off, but there's also like Shohei Ohtani, right? You're not either of those guys. You can't do it.
The Dow says the happy man is the one with no preferences.
Ooh. Just let him be.
The next portion of this is called Today in History, or On This Day. And for On This Day, that'll be brought to us by Factor Meals today. I just this morning got a Factor box at my house. We're on the subscription for Factor Meals. And they've got a special code right now where you go to factormeals.com/dumbzone50off. Use that code, dumbzone50off, and you'll get 50% off plus free shipping on your first box of Factor Meals.
Poppy's mom was heating up her Factor right out there just now, and we shared. I just did the spot then.
Yeah.
I was like, yo, is that the rigatoni and broccoli? She was like, it's the cacciatore and broccoli. And I said, I love both of those. They got me eating a lot more vegetables. She said, I love the green beans. I said, I love the green beans.
Why don't you guys get a room?
Just a little note from my personal life. Factormeals.com/dumbzone50off. Dumbzone50off. It's so straightforward. Here's another thing. You leaving town? Leave your wife with some Factor Meals. Another thing you can just check the box right there.
That's right. So, on this day, Wednesday, August 6th, these weren't all Wednesdays. They were all August 6th, though. In 1903, the left field bleachers collapsed at Philadelphia's Baker Bowl. So this is where I guess they played baseball. It injured 232 people and killed 12. Can you imagine that? Baseball game, 1903, killed 12. Well, they probably played the next day as well.
They had to have.
They were built different.
Can you say again how they died?
Well, it says fans moved in the stands to see something happening, something outside the ballpark, like there was a fight or a fire or something, and that caused the structure to give way. So they overloaded the stands, which I was seeing the other day. They were protesting something. Where was it? Like Australia or something. I think it was on CNN's 5 Things. Did you know there was a protest?
It was a Palestine thing, no?
They're on a bridge.
Yes, I did see that.
And they said that organizers were surprised, 10 times as many people showed up as they thought. And these people are all on this bridge. And I'm thinking, is that a good idea? What if your Palestine protest gets 100,000 people on this bridge and then the bridge collapses? Does that help your message?
It's solidarity.
Hard to say. Get a lot of press.
Apparently the bridge did not fall down, though. Or else you would have heard about it already. This is the day that...
You would have forgot about it already.
Yeah. This is the day in 1945 that an atomic bomb was dropped on Hiroshima, Japan. That resulted in 140,000 deaths. Right to the number, exactly.
I do always love that, yeah. So at what point did they decide to say, just round it, like the guy counting?
On this day in 1986, the Texas Rangers were in a game that involved a major league record, 3 grand slams.
Ruben?
No, in 1986, Toby Harrah hit one for the Rangers. Baltimore hit 2 of them in 1 inning.
Wow.
That's right. That's what people were saying.
Okay. So Ruben's first year was 86. Okay, he was good by 87.
Who?
Ruben Sierra.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh, I might have given you this story last year. In Alabama, an apparent arson fire on this day in 1994, an arson fire destroyed Randolph County High School, which was the focus of tensions over the principal's stand against interracial dating.
I remember this.
The principal was Hewland Humphreys. He was principal until this incident from 1969 to 1994. During an assembly addressing prom in 1994, he said that he would cancel the prom if students planned to take dates of a different race. and then someone set the school on fire.
Interesting. Like, for or against?
He was against interracial dating.
Yeah, but like, was he setting the school on fire to make sure they didn't date,
Yeah, I don't
or
know.
were people mad at his opinion, so they burned his school down?
It was the school was burned down. This isn't as juicy by the son of a black preacher, like a guy in the community who was.
Okay.
So it was we're pissed off at your racism.
If he's going
we're
to say
burn
that,
down the school.
How about we put you out of a job? Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
This is the day in 1998. The
Violence
last.
never the answer.
Did you guys know there was something called the Magic Hour? It was Magic Johnson had a late night talk show.
Dude, this has been on my list for so long. Jason gave him to me.
Oh.
You have them too?
What's that?
The episodes.
Oh, no.
Yeah, it's amazing. There's not many.
Are all of his monologues like his tweets?
You know, they are, really. Like, that's how he talks.
Hey, guys, the Olympics are good.
Howard was on there, right?
I don't know.
That's
I mean, I know that what's it called was pretty popular, the Arsenio show. But the Magic Hour did win me my Deadpool in Dayton, because we had a Deadpool, of course, as many wacky radio shows did.
Oh, yeah.
But mine was the creative pick of putting Magic Johnson's TV show on the Deadpool, not just a person. And,
I like that.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Thanks, guys.
I expect nothing else.
Yeah.
It's fantastic.
Especially Magic Johnson at the time had to be popular for death pools in general.
Just as a person, but it wasn't him as a person.
Yeah.
That's very good.
It was the show.
Yeah, we need to review the time Howard was on. Because he had Howard on after Howard every morning was like, this is the worst talk show ever on television.
And their producers like, you know what would really draw the viewers?
I get him.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm in.
We
Isn't
have
there
it
Howard
somewhere.
Stern news? I saw something on Twitter. Like,
yeah, they're not going to renew his contract.
Yeah.
Serious?
Yeah.
And I'm seeing people like say, oh, yeah, he went woke. See? And I'm thinking, well, how
And
about
then a
he
good
like
15 years
75?
later,
He was,
yeah.
no, 20s. He's
I can't do
75
this.
years old and
He's made $1 billion.
Right, his
like,
stuff
how has he
isn't
been
that-
doing the same thing?
Yeah. So hopefully.
Last year, Howard Stern said he hated anyone for voting for Donald Trump and demanded they stop listening to his radio show. Today, it's been announced it's canceled.
Yeah. Other birthdays today, we have David Robinson, 60.
That's surprising to me. I would have
Mike
thought older.
Budenholzer is 56.
Once put all 5 of his starters in the NBA All-Star game, bud.
Kareem Hunt, 30.
On the Hawks?
Yeah.
Wow.
I told Kyle Korver.
Seneca Wallace, 45.
In an elevator. Nobody cares. But Seneca Wallace.
Can you do before or after Seneca in the Browns quarterback progression, Dan? Or are you not a real fan?
You got to get that down.
I should get that down. Charlie Whitehurst is in there. He's 43.
He certainly
No
is.
doubt.
Okay, I'll do that. You want me to make that my bit for training camp?
Yeah.
I can name every Browns quarterback since
In order.
1999.
Got to know the order.
In order.
Like the presidents. Have there been more presidents or Browns quarterbacks?
Since 90. It's a good question.
Max Kellerman, 52.
Dude, he was kind of awesome. I feel like at least compared to what we see today, I don't know why he got like pushed to the side.
What's he doing now?
Surely a podcast, right?
Actor Benito Martinez is 57.
Aceveda.
Pulled an Aceveda.
God, what a gift for bad radio. Just the ability to have a funny euphemism for head.
It was great. I think we all enjoyed it.
Dude, I got to be honest. I knew that scene was, as it were, coming. Because I was watching it a couple years after the fact, and it was still one of the most shocking things I've ever seen in a TV show. Didn't he hit him with an iron or something? He like beat him up and like forced him like get down. He had a gun. It was rough, man.
So that wasn't the... They once put someone's face on a stove.
Yeah.
That wasn't him?
No, but I do remember that also.
Because he's got to get the Aceveda. You don't want him all... M. Night Shyamalan is 55.
I like all of his movies.
Jake, name which one this is. Jerry Hollowell is 53.
Ginger.
Yeah.
I like
done.
I like Signs quite a bit.
Signs is great.
That's a good movie.
Soleil Moon Frye is 49. You know what she did?
Yeah, slapped God in the face.
That's Punky Brewster, who got a breast reduction.
That's correct. Hurry up, see if we can catch her before she turns the corner.
Okay, and I have two.
What do you got?
I've been looking up more about the park collapse, and the details are great.
Go on.
The thing that people were looking at, like you said, that people wanted to see what was going on. 2 drunken men walking along 15th Street were being teased by a group of children. One of the men allegedly grabbed the hair of a 13-year-old girl from the group and then fell on top of her. Accounts of the incident say the cries for help from the girl and her friends drew the attention of spectators.
I'm looking. I'm going to look. Whoa, what's going on?
I'm going to rush over to the other side of the...
Yep.
Yeah.
I'm sorry to miss your super bad joke.
No, you're good. Not to over-reference the Kings of Comedy. I really wish you'd give that maybe you could do that for my birthday this year. You'd have to watch D.L. Hughley.
Yeah.
But Bernie Mac's bit, because I saw a guy at the Rangers game last night afterward in the concourse. He was walking and then walking faster, and then he just started running. And we were laughing because there's Cedric the Entertainer's bit is like, dude, black people, like a couple of us start running, like everyone's just, I'm gonna I don't know, we'll figure it out later, but
yeah.
It's like, guys took off. I'm like, he must know something.
So I have 2 candidates for our Dumb Zone birthday of the day, but we now welcome Intern Henry. He has the Intern Henry birthday of the day, trying to keep us young and hip.
All right, so Denton-born rapper CJ Dippa is 27.
What's
he got
up?
famous through America's Got Talent in 2010 and now has albums like
God.
Texas Love and Hardest White Boy in the South.
And you've heard of him.
Now I have.
Oh, that's not
Well,
what I'm looking
I
for.
can't know everybody. But when I see something good, I try to find it, do some research.
This is disturbing looking at this kid.
And I'm upset. I've always considered myself to be the hardest white boy in the South. Knowing that there's contention for the title is upsetting.
Sorry, Dan.
What are you sorry about?
You look dissatisfied with the birthday.
I mean, they can't all be home runs.
Yeah.
But when he does hit a home run, he tells us.
That's the good news. Hey, let's see if we can book CJ Dippa.
Yeah.
That'll be a fun challenge for you.
Have Henry book him for the show?
Yeah.
Okay. You want to interview CJ Book or
honestly, I think
CJ
interviewing
Booker?
anybody is interesting to me. If you've been on America's Got Talent, you're trying to make this record thing work. He looks like Justin Bieber until they decided he wanted his image to be.
All right, book
walking
him
around
for your last day.
Promethazine.
What's your last day here?
Should be the 18th.
Is that like the Monday?
Coming back
after
from camp,
camp?
we'll be right into it. Hit him up. Tell him you want to interview him on a podcast you work for.
Yeah.
This will be your project.
Okay.
Before you leave.
I'll try.
Yeah, this is your final project for school.
I love
you
it.
get graded on it.
Somebody asked us, because when I interned, it wasn't formal, but I know that the interns I had with Bad Radio and with the Hang Zone, it was formal, and they had a professor, and they had to fill out. They had to fill stuff out, and I had to correspond with the professor.
Is this for class or no?
Mm-mm. Okay, good.
I would write an essay once a month when I was.
Yeah, and I mean, a listener I think remembered hearing TC mention that, so he was like, "Hey, I'd love to know what Henry's telling his." Because this is like one of the best journalism schools in the country.
Yeah,
and it occurred to me he's probably not telling them anything.
Are you going to work at the TV station?
At Mizzou?
Yeah.
Yeah, I started to do a little bit there last year.
Big ups.
Yeah.
You know that? You know about this? Julie taught me about this. There's the local station in Columbia, Missouri is just an extension of the journalism school. So like ABC, what is it? ABC, CBS?
They end up getting free.
It is
labor,
NBC,
kind of.
I think
NBC.
Yeah,
but it's right there. That's awesome.
Yeah, it's about a 10-minute drive away from campus, and
so he's going to deliver the weather when he gets back.
Oh, God, I hope not.
It's probably hot. I don't know.
Yeah.
All right, so 2 possibilities for Dumb Zone birthday of the day. We have James McGreevy is 68. Says here, Kempspin.
The governor?
Yeah.
Holy shit, that's Golan Sapel's boy.
It is Golan Sapel.
What's that?
One of the greatest, and this is a big Gordon one, but
yeah, he just loves the name.
The Golan Sapel was Sapel. So McGreevey was the governor. What is it, New Jersey?
Mm-hmm.
And he was having an affair with a man, Golan Sapel, and he was like a hot stripper guy. Looked like he's doing poppers and Molly, and McGreevey had to go apologize. And I don't have the image ready, but it's the funniest like Curb meme before the Curb meme happened because his wife is there and she's gonna stand by him, but she just looks like she has never hated anyone as much as her apparently gay husband who's trotting her out here. The details were super steamy, It was great. I made some mistakes that I'm gonna try to heal from.
He's a 5-year veteran of the IDF, Golan Sapel.
Yeah, he was a military. He's in the Israeli military. He's all jacked.
Well,
do you remember that documentary, The Staircase, Dan? You were all behind that, right?
Oh, yeah.
That was such a fun... There was so many fun aspects of this murder documentary, but one was the guy just being like, yeah, I like jerking off to guys in uniform. I don't know why that's weird.
They're out there.
But our Dumb Zone birthday of the day will be Asia Carrera, 52, former porn star. And very interesting. She has appeared in more than 350 adult films. Became the first ever Asian performer to win the AVN Female Performer of the Year. What's that, adult video something?
Adult Video News. Why did I know that so fast?
And said it like it was a stinger. Welcome back to Adult Video News.
Mike Certain is always trying to get IJB out there for the AVN Awards.
You want to do it?
Got married.
Did some real nice passes.
Huh?
Is that too like FM whack? Because we could definitely do the show there. I'm kind of grossed out by it. Like
the Adult Video News Awards.
We have Vegas Mike.
Could have us do the...
It's a little bit too much, I think. But
yeah, I mean,
so
I like porn more from a little length away.
I'm sure you're headed somewhere here.
Oh my goodness! So it says here she was married to Don Lemon. That can't be that Don Lemon, right?
He hasn't always been like.
That has to be a different Don. Okay, it's a different Don Lemon.
It has to be. Yeah, you're right.
Damn it.
Because it's two M's.
But
multiple Don Lemons, huh?
It does say that she is in Mensa. She has a very, very high IQ. Documentary is showed about that. And then we talked about this, I think, before in the past. She is an atheist. In November 2014, she wore a colander on her head for her Utah driver's license photograph.
Ah, yes.
State law prohibits the wearing of hats in driver's license photos, but there's an exception for religious headwear. And she said it's in honor of the religion of the flying spaghetti monster.
Heck yeah. And to reference the Keller situation again, when the Keller ISD was holding public comment, that's when I became aware of the flying spaghetti monster. Because there was a guy there wearing a colander on his head and like some big robe. And I'm like, what the hell is this? And people are like, oh, that's the flying spaghetti monster. It's a made-up religion. He's poking fun. I didn't know she started it.
Pastafarian?
She's a Pastafarian.
There you go.
One of the greatest jobs on The Bachelorette that I've ever seen, Dan, was the pastapreneur.
That's good.
And they're like, what do you do? And he was like, I just look into different types of pasta.
Yeah. A lot of money in that.
So not Tia Carrera, Asia Carrera. Good for her.
Yeah, there's a lot going on with her. But anyway.
She's in the Big Lebowski.
Congrats for being the Dumb Zone birthday of the day. Born on this day, now dead, Marv Marinovich.
Is that the dad?
Todd Marinovich's dad, yes. And John Benet Ramsey.
Whoa.
Dead on this day, still dead. You got Rick James. And former NBA player Dan Roundfield.
Wow. Atlanta Hawks?
Who drowned while trying to save his wife. I wonder if she was saved.
No.
Look up Dan Roundfield. That the lesson we've all learned? If your wife is drowning, Don't go to try to save her.
She made it.
Yeah, he helped
unless
her
you
to
want her to
safety.
live.
Yeah, which is why they use the word heroically in this article, which is funny because like he was kind of doing the same thing. Whether it worked or not, it was heroic, right?
What do you mean doing the same thing?
He was trying to save her.
Results matter.
So he did save her.
She
save
made
her.
it back. So they're like he drowned heroically trying to save his wife. If he just drowned, they don't put hero in there.
Foolish.
No, he's just an idiot. Who drowned.
Done that. Oh, I'm dead.
And that was Today in History.
Man, we got Jared tomorrow. We got Cowboys Friday fun.
We got
Do a
Jared tomorrow.
mailbag tomorrow.
We have
we might talk to somebody who was with Luca in New York.
Can I guess who?
You already know.
tomorrow?
Yeah, I haven't given you a time yet.
Okay. Well, let's party.
Adios, mofo.
We gotta go before this becomes a zoo.
Thank you for watching my video. Subscribe and type for my name if you want to watch more of my videos.
It started Monday. Jake Kemp would cry. He's a little fucking baby, but he doesn't know why. Chappie wasn't there to cut the cord, cause he's a guy. The baby's fine, as long as he's not blind. All I know is Jacob would grow up in Tarrant County and teach his brother to be tough. Tripping and he was showing off his D, laminated with his school ID. And so you guess, Kemp would create points for sex, getting a 4-pointer daily from his ex, while he has no idea what's about to happen next as he gets his masters to set himself up for success. He had dreams and admiration of someday being on a broadcast station at a place that was a self-creation by the Great Wolf. Things were better back then. He produced so hard and risked it all. He got a host job, he replaced Bob. Threw a pizza and got a little beep tat. But in the end it was all ruined by cash. One day we didn't know why the ticket went on to die. When the hang zone went off the air, we tried to understand. All we were fed were lies. We knew there was no way that this was real, despite how this news would feel. Cumulus gaslighting us like this was the norm, all because they negotiated for something more. We were torn, it got so hard. His dreams got scarred, because his boss would always pull the ego card. He realized he'd never get too far, as he would eat fast food on a tray in his car. But Jake and Dan always had a plan with the backup plan. They would do more than a midday rant, their own show with dedicated fans.